All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to the DvM Mike Show. I got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is when we were done recording the episode and saved the audio track, it somehow erased itself. So we were stuck with just the audio from the webcam, and it kind of sucks, and it may not be enjoyable to listen to. So I apologize in advance for that. I did the best I could with editing, but it's pretty much a lost cause. Unless you think you could do a better job, I'm totally open to it. Hit me up. So that's the bad news. It's going to sound kind of crappy. The good news is because of that, myself, Mike, and our guest Matt are going to do a bonus episode at some point within the next week or so. It may not be as long. We're not sure when we're going to do it just because our schedules are crazy. But yeah, you'll get a DvM 36.5 or whatever we're going to call it creatively. So yeah, bad news, the audio of this episode sucks. Good news, there's a bonus on the way. So anyways, without further ado, here's episode 36. Thank you for giving this one a chance, I guess.
Hands all over my rack.
Yeah, we're good. 2 hours will be long. I think 2 hours would be great. It's just a lot more for me. Good thing we're doing this on a Monday. You're good to go whenever you want. Yeah, man, we're good.
Well,
It's Thursday, dog. It's Thursday.
it's Welcome, everybody. It's DvM Mike Show, episode 36. Season 2, episode 10. How everybody be doing?
I'm good.
You're
We didn't
good?
even brief
We
him.
didn't-
I realized.
We didn't know. He's good. He's good.
Yeah,
He gets
no
it.
idea what's going
But
on.
anyway, we'll do a small introduction. We got a guest this week. It's going to be good. We got Matt.
Hello.
He's going to be chilling with us today. I'll give a little brief introduction. I got 3 little points here to just to describe his character.
Okay.
He is a genuine muscle man.
Kinda.
Oh,
COVID kind of put
Leave it on.
COVID kind of put a damper
it's
on
not
that
even
one.
that
I'll
hot.
slap you.
All right, fuck. I gotta edit out. Oh, jeez.
You don't have to edit out anything. It's a tiny little drone. Continuing.
Yeah. That.
He's my hero. He's a basement saver.
What does that even mean?
He's a firefighter.
Okay.
My hero.
Yeah.
And he's also the most generous puker in the entire world.
Most generous people.
And I only go off of that because I remember your rule. If you see somebody throwing up alone, you always pull trigger right next to them.
Such an old rule. But yeah. Well, because if you're at a party, which is kind of, we're slowly rolling back into the parties, but if you're in the bush, like you need help coming back to the party. So you go hold trig beside your buddy. No one pukes alone. And then you're both in the shitter, but as a team, you come back.
I like it.
As a team,
I like that.
you'd make the CEO from the IT crowd very happy. You ever seen that show?
Yeah.
Which CEO? The one that
The
died?
first
or
one.
the-
Yeah, the one that jumps out the window.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, the tax people are here to talk to you. Oh, yeah, send them in. Whoop! Just hops out the window.
So casually, just steps out, no jump or anything.
Yeah, it's like the first episode, and they get the new manager for the IT team, and they're like, well, they're not working out as a team. And he's like, team, 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 team. I just love saying the word team. You think this is a picture of my family on my desk? No, it's the A team.
Yeah.
That show is just good.
It's a great show.
It's a good show.
The guy in the closet, I'm pretty sure his name is Richard. Like the emo guy who's
Oh,
like
yeah.
in the server closet.
Maybe it comes out, he's all
They just
lurking all
Both
the
the
time.
dudes come back in the room and just go, "Did you open the red door? Why is Richard out?"
Oh, it's just a priceless show.
He's the night shift.
You know the shirt he wears?
I think he lives there.
Yeah, he lives there. That's the
Oh.
joke. You know the shirt that Roy is wearing in the first episode that says RTFM on it? You know what that means? Read the fucking manual.
Oh,
Oh, really? I want that.
I'm
I'm
pretty,
in the service industry.
I'm pretty sure you can get it.
You know how many times I've been called over, and I'm not even like tech support. I work security. I get called over somewhere, and they go, "My computer's not working," and I just restart it, and it worked.
Yeah, that was when I worked in IT. That was my job.
That's the key line. You try turning it off and back on.
And they'll go, yeah, no, I did. But no, you didn't.
Yeah,
Because
well, that
it's
was
working now.
we were talking about this the other day. The one guy, it's like people always ask why people in IT are so grumpy. It's like when you drive 3 hours after asking someone if they turn the server on to walk in the door and turn the server on. Like that's why we're grumpy all the time.
Have you seen this? I don't remember what the channel's called, but it's like a pretty big, he's like a prank YouTuber. And he put a shit ton he put like 6 or 7 cans of black beans inside his computer.
God, yeah.
And then closed it up and turned it on, and it just went up in flames. And he called an IT guy over. He goes, I don't know, my computer's not working. Like, it was working fine this morning, and then just like a puff of smoke, and it won't work anymore. And the guy opened it up, and all these beans pour out everywhere. And the guy goes, you have food in your computer. And he's like taking pictures and shit. He goes, I'm surprised it worked this morning. Like, what are you doing?
That's amazing.
He did another video where he filled his entire his gas tank on his car with
I've
SpaghettiOs.
seen that. I've seen that.
And they're pouring out, yeah. And he goes, there's SpaghettiOs in your fuel tank. And he goes, are those the fuel pumps? Those are the fuel pumps? No, those are SpaghettiOs. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Good
so.
shit.
Pranking's gone whack. That's such a big fucking prank to pull.
Until David Dobrik rolls in and breaks his buddy's face with an excavator.
That was nuts.
Yeah,
You got in big trouble for that, too. You got,
Not really.
Well, there's like no license. He was on his phone while it was happening.
Yeah.
And they didn't get like an old enough model that didn't have like a safety on it. So I guess they like the one they're using is newer. The safety sort of you're like just doing spins. The machine that assumes you like passed out. It's a little locked up.
Oh, shit.
So like that's what happened. He's spinning with the buddy on the end of the rope, and the machine just dead stop.
Oh, and that's why he swung into it.
And smashed.
I think he was in trouble for like what, maybe 4 days, and now he's just back to doing whatever.
Yeah, well, that was post his whole like drinking whatever that or
The underage statutory rape thing.
Yeah,
that got pretty dark.
yeah, family friendly to dark real quick.
Yeah, well, it was never really family
That's why
friendly,
we have
but
the restricted.
I don't know. The man has a Teen Choice Award from Nickelodeon.
is he an actor?
No,
He's just YouTube. Actually, no, he's in Storks or whatever. And he's like that one bird. Like, let's get it on.
Oh,
that's,
is he?
That's like his one line.
Oh, I remember because they had a whole party for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, they're all sitting there watching the movie, and then the guy says it, and they're all in the theater going like, "Yeah, that was your line."
It's like the one line. Yeah.
he also almost got deported.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really?
He's Slovakian, and because of like all the stuff, all the rules that Trump put in place when he was president, he was like this close to getting deported.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Probably would be for the best.
Good
though.
shit. Good shit. I know too many people that follow his vlogs and stuff, so I know too much
I
about
had to stop following it.
it. I'd rather just not know anything about celebrities, but I do.
I was a fan for a while. They were just fun.
Yeah, and they're all
He-
4
well, he
minutes
was-
and 20 seconds.
He wasn't Nelk, was he?
No. Now boys are
Different.
a whole other story.
Yeah.
Whole other
Do
story.
they still have that one dude that just chugs shit?
Oh, Steve will do it. He's like his own. I think
Oh,
he's like
yeah.
on his own thing right now. He's
Oh,
with like
okay.
Bradley Martin, like the gym guy. They do a lot of videos together.
He just did a video with Steve-O.
Yeah, now he's like with Steve on the Note Guys. And what's his name? One of the Note Guys is on a podcast now with Bob Meary.
Ah.
I think it's like Send It podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
just
know
did
I know Dobrik's got a podcast too.
Views or something.
Yeah.
Really?
I want to go work for him, man. Watching his vlogs, I'm gonna go work on that podcast.
Yeah.
He just calls his like all of his workers in. Like he's got like 3 girls that do a lot of stuff for him. They like help do like all the videoing and all the producing and all this stuff or whatever. And he just like calls them into the thing and he goes, "Oh, well, so open the boxes that are underneath your seats." And they all pull out boxes and they have car keys in them. He goes, "I bought you all BMWs." And I'm just like,
And he's already like given them the previous vehicles like earlier and all
Yeah.
the lives.
they have like 3 fucking cars just for shits.
Yeah, before the whole like underage drinking thing, like you seem like cool people. I want to hang out
Yeah.
with them. And then it's just like, nope, retract that
Just
statement
kidding, yeah.
real quick.
I kind of want the free cars, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Steve-O, or what's his name? Steve will do it.
Yeah.
He did a video with Steve-O, and then they did a potato cannon, like with shit in it. So they called it
Not
the
surprised.
shit cannon. And just Steve-O sitting against like a white wall, and Steve will do it. It's just like pulling, and it's just a fucking wad of shit just right in his cheek.
Yeah, like the
Just
Are you
whole house.
surprised though?
Not
No,
even a little
no,
bit.
A little bit.
I'm excited for the new Jackass
I'm
coming
excited
out
too.
because what's it called is in there.
Which one?
That narrows it down.
Yeah, that's good.
The guy with the show. that does stupid shit as well.
Bam Margera?
No, Bam Margera had a fucking full meltdown on YouTube
Rob
because he's
Dyrdek?
not allowed in it. They told him he's not allowed in it because they're worried about him. Eric Andre.
No, Eric Andre? Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know
Eric
who that
Andre
is.
is in like quite a lot of
He's a lot.
the new jacket. He's fun.
He's really funny. I like
He
him.
puts on like the Borat unitard and like angel wings and walks around downtown like New York and just like looks at people and goes, "Yo, dude, I'm just doing a 7-Up commercial. Like, you want to fucking flick my titties or something?" Like, he just goes up to random people.
He has a show, like a late night talk show, and like Hannibal Buress, he's a stand-up comedian, is his like co-host, and it's like really random. They have like celebrities come on, and they just
They have no idea what the show is,
and
and
they end up half them end up like walking off because they don't want to deal with.
he'll just stand up,
Oh,
rip
it's
all
just
of
wild.
his clothes off, ass naked, and start like windmilling his dick, and then like get into a bathtub and just sit there and continue talking like nothing happened.
They just start smashing his desk like with an axe to pieces, and they're sitting there just all shocked and shit. He's just screaming. And
You need to
going
watch
Is that
it.
all?
It's
This
Adult
is,
Swim.
This is all fucked up shit.
Oh
on.
yeah,
Oh yeah, this
Adult Swim.
it's Adult Swim.
this whole thing is just catching up. It's
Yeah.
really funny.
No, it's hilarious.
With people that don't know what they're walking into.
Like like he's had like Jack Black and like Wiz Khalifa and stuff on there. Wiz Khalifa, like he pulled him. What? Who was it? I think he put. What did he? I can't remember who it was, but it was he literally like he pulls it up. He's looking at her and he goes, "Oh yeah, so like I was going through your Twitter the other day, and how come you did like 69696969? The Holocaust was a joke. Like, why would you tweet that?"
Jesus.
And she's like, "What?" Like he just makes stuff up.
Yeah, it just puts him on the spot.
That is just fucked.
He almost got beat up by Flava Flav.
Yeah,
I don't even know who that is either.
Flava Flav? He's like a rapper from what?
yeah,
Like
the more the clock.
80s and
Public
90s, the
Enemy.
giant
With the
claw.
big fucking claw?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Public
and
Enemy.
he's just kept reaching over trying to grab his nuts.
Yeah, the whole time.
Well, it's great.
So he does like rapper obstacle courses where he'll like put all these rappers, he'll make them freestyle while they're doing an obstacle course, and then like he'll walk up with a camel prod and just start chasing them and shit.
Doesn't care.
Okay, so no wonder he's gonna be on Jackass.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's right up that alley.
Literally doing it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm gonna take this moment right now just to remind everyone to hit that subscribe button.
Oh yeah,
So,
a little late, I guess.
Shameless
We just
shout
got
out.
right into it.
Yeah, you skipped we skipped a
Thumbs up
lot.
button, too.
And like the auto download button and the follow button and whatever else gets you connected to this show.
Yeah, do it.
Matt did it. He only listens to like 30% of the episodes.
Yeah. I mean, this is my favorite podcast.
I don't think this is anyone's favorite podcast, except for like one or two people who I can't say their names because I just can't name
Oh,
drop.
Remy's favorite podcast.
I think we are.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Thank you, those one or two people. You know who you are.
Hey,
Yeah, I think they know who they are.
there's 60%.
There's gonna be like
reviews.
6 people. There's gonna be like 6 people listening to this episode and be like, "Oh my god, it's me!"
I was up at my cottage and I played an episode of our podcast because we were watching like all these vlogs and stuff, just to show like how we have YouTube now. And I realized that it was like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I'm like, they're like, "How many views do you get?" And I look at it and it just
Like-
literally said no views. And I was like, "One now."
Well, on average, we get we've had like up to 24 as our peak,
That's good.
and our lowest was 2 until I made those uploads. So you probably showed them like when I just uploaded them on the weekend.
I think it was. I think
It's
it was.
not zero, though.
It's never 0.
It's never zero.
It's never 0. It's always up to 2.
That's like,
Yeah.
I have like one YouTube video from my first account. I think all the views are me just showing people the video. I'm like, "Hey, I got one video."
That was like me with my old YouTube account too. It's like when I did music stuff, I'd send it to bars, and it'd be like, "Oh, you just got 1 play count from that one bar you sent it to." Yes.
One at a
Man,
time.
I don't know what's going on with my Twitch, but every time I look at my video producer, I have like over 100 views on my past broadcasts.
Yeah, it will includes whoever's in there. So like you can take like the 15 to 20, and then.
Oh,
But it is people like coming to check it out.
not bad.
Yeah,
I was
it's
talking
like
to,
a
like-
total of the whole time.
Yeah, because I ran into a group of people and like, yeah, we don't catch it live, but we like go back and watch it,
Oh,
which was kind of weird to me. It's like I don't know, I would want to go
Back and watch someone else's stream.
Yeah, like yeah, I wanted, like for me, like being on the live, like engaging, like that's not as entertaining watching someone's Twitch. And I can't engage.
well, yeah, that's the whole
Like,
point of
it's
it,
like,
right?
The point of being live.
That's the whole point.
I put all of mine on YouTube, and I have never checked since I uploaded them if there's been even a single view, which there probably hasn't.
But what I did notice is my streams don't do terrible. But when I did American Truck Sim, as dull of a game as it is, I got like 9 followers of just random dudes. And they would pop into chat and go like, "Yo, what are you hauling, bro? Is that Kenworth? Like, that's dope, man. You got a B-Train? Did you buy a garage yet?" No. Yeah, whatever.
It's a niche market, but there's
Dude, there must be a lot of
It's a cult.
We got
That's
a couple dudes from like New York that joined into our convoy, and they were trucking with us and shit. We're like cooking like 90 miles an hour with like a full like combine on the back.
I can't even take you seriously right now.
Why? It's fucking hilarious because I just sit there and drive.
Yo, I'm playing like truck sim, bro. Like, just
You
all I
missed it
hear.
too. A buddy of mine tried to go around on the grass shoulder to pass a bunch of traffic. Ended up clipping the edge of the guardrail, and I just look in my rearview mirror and I see his truck fully somersaulting through the air. And I'm like, "What did you do?" He's like, "I just hit the guardrail like 96 miles an hour."
Super simulator. That's what a trucker does.
Oh my
No,
god!
he's telling me like you run out of gas. Like if you like run
Run
a
out of
red
gas.
light, you get a ticket.
You get speeding tickets, red light tickets, no headlight tickets, oncoming
That's actually
traffic
pretty cool,
tickets.
yeah.
If you drive for too long without resting, your guy starts falling asleep and the screen will just go black while your car is still moving and like the truck, like everything. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah, and you always get the niche followers. Like I did like Power Washer Simulator. You're like, "Oh, I love this game." And, like just like watching a playground with a power washer.
Wait, there's Power Washer
Yeah,
Simulator.
it's just I don't know. It'll be like whatever you contract you choose to watch to be a notice of playground or whatever.
Dude,
And it's
there's
just like
simulating for
everything's
everything.
like black and
Do you
gray.
have to do like the extendo pieces
and
and
you have like
everything?
all different nozzles and pressures and everything for like pick or drive. And like you have a time limit and a
That's-
percentage that you want to get it done.
There's like
That's hilarious.
lawnmower simulator, goat simulator, farm simulator, like
Yeah.
everything.
No, I will admit the Power Washer and the Lawnmower Simulator, they're like oddly satisfying just because like it's so nice and clean
But-
and like
It would be something that you play for like a week and then you just never play
oh
again.
exactly what it is.
Or like a de-stressor. There's probably Zamboni simulator.
Dude,
like
for the longest time, I had a game on Steam, and it was just a Zen garden. You would open it up, and you're just like pruning your plants.
I just got a Zen garden. I just ordered like a death size one. It's like the size of like
Damn.
a quarter of this
With like the
table.
rake and
yeah,
everything.
with the rake and the stuff. I don't know. I played with it for like 5 minutes. I was like, that's sweet.
That's very cool. I just move it over to the
Yeah,
side.
it's nice to look at.
I
It
got-
adds to the aesthetic I got going on.
I got
isn't
a.
that one of the automatic ones that does like its own grading?
No,
What's the point of that?
It's
Where-
like
that's just a garden. It's not
no,
even-
that's like a soothing thing. It's like it's like a waterfall beside your desk kind of thing, where it's just like you look over and it's like satisfying. It relaxes you.
No, this one's nice. You have to like put in the work, and put in a little bit of effort,
Okay.
and then, like,
you actually have to.
you get
Zen.
satisfaction out of it, and then you can like do the rake line. So like mine has like things like little tiny koi fish they put on the same. It's got like 2 plants, and then I did like a rake river. With the koi fish. It looks all pretty and it's super peaceful. It's
I got
so-
one of the incense waterfalls.
Oh yeah, I heard the last episode of it so hot.
No,
Dope.
you'll see in the video sometime.
Oh yeah,
this
because
week.
there's like always a draft in here, so it just
It just wouldn't go down the river. It like went down to the first one and it was just gone. And but the whole room became smoky. It was like I could like hardly see Mike at the door over there.
I got a picture of it actually working. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, isn't it like one of them? Like you see all like the river of smoke. Oh, that's
there you
actually
go.
pretty fire.
It's got koi's in it too.
That's something you say like a 400 feet.
Yeah, it's dope.
That's probably where it's from. I think it's from
It
Amazon.
smells lovely like incense, and every time my dad comes down, he just goes, "It smells like smoked barbecue down here." I'm like, okay, thanks. I
Do you like it?
mean, it's not a bad scent.
It's not a bad, that is not a bad scent.
No, not
There's
at all.
worse things out there.
I just drive my truck with my incense waterfall and Leonard Skinner blasting in the background.
This is the most odd combination of things.
I mean, the Leonard Skinner kind of makes sense.
Love it. People tune into the
Leonard
stream.
Skinner makes sense.
What are you doing tonight, Mike? Oh, I'm driving 900 miles from Arizona to California over here.
Why don't you just actually do that as a job?
I mean,
That's what I was saying.
You'd probably make more money than what you
Shit ton of money.
Yeah.
There's like a full economy behind it too. He's like, if you drop like half your load, you don't get the full pay, or if you're late, you get dock pay or whatever. I'm
Yeah,
like,
as you're late, it docks you.
yeah, you
yeah.
might as well just do trucking.
But I mean, it's a little bit more expensive to do trucking.
Yeah,
And then if I actually do trucking, I wouldn't actually want to come home and do more trucking.
You might.
I doubt it.
Your buddy does.
He's not a trucker right now. He's just getting his license. His
But
dad
his
plays
dad
it, though,
is.
and
He
his dad's
plays
a
it.
pro trucker.
Pro trucker.
Pro trucker. By profession.
Yeah, my profession. There you go.
the pro truck.
Trucker by trade.
Can you get that? Can you get that like jet truck in that by chance? You know, the one that have like all the monster truck events.
You get it's like legitimate trucks.
Oh, okay.
You gotta find the dealerships, drive over there.
California Long Nose kind of works.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you gotta like go to the dealership.
Or you can shop online once you've found them.
How do you start? Do you start with a truck?
You start doing quick jobs, and you're like basically just a driver for hire. So you pick. They give you a truck with a trailer on it already, and you drive it to where.
And you work your way up.
Like pickup truck and like shitty aluminum trailer, and make you go like study.
Yeah. What's the first truck you got? 1972 Dodge Cummins with no rocker panels.
That always reminds me
and
of
a trailer from Canadian Tire with bicycle wheels.
What was that one arcade game, like American Thunder or something like that? And it's just a big trucker game, and you're just ripping through. You have the huge steering wheel like this in the arcade.
Jeez.
And you're like 8, and you're just like,
I mean, like, they have so many attachments for these truck games, though.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. Like on Amazon, you can get the actual high-low truck, like 16-gear shifter.
Yeah.
And it's like $200. And it's just like the add-on that bolts onto the top of your actual shifter.
Yeah, by the time you like set it up, it's like
there's people,
like a quarter of a truck.
There's people, there's people on YouTube that have like full dashes ripped out of a truck with all the gauges wired up and working, the TV mounted right where the windshield would be, like full shifter, a mounted truck seat with the armrest, and like it's a full truck in their living room. It's ridiculous. It's actually stupid to watch this shit.
I
like,
get
dude,
it for
just
racing games.
go drive a truck.
Or go to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, or that too.
What, do they got it there too?
No, they have like a full Ferrari simulator. You can get in the car.
Oh jeez.
And like it's actually got like screen windows. And I tried it. It's like, do you want to try real mode? I was just doing this like the whole time. I couldn't make the corners and crashing that thing. I'm never gonna try it.
I guess I'm going to Dave and Buster's now.
But even at the movie theater, Cineplex, they have the suspended cabin. So like you're driving, the whole thing like tilts and shakes when you go.
Oh, I haven't tried that. I didn't see that before.
That's pretty dope too. That one's like, it's not like just with your Escape card. You have to like, I think it's more.
Yeah,
it's like $20 for.
Still gonna go do it though.
It's pretty dope.
Dave and Buster's, best statement.
All right.
Because you're wasted by the time you're done.
Yes, that too. It's also a fun.
Yeah.
Great place to take your girlfriend.
Well, that's what we were talking about last episode. We were talking about what is that?
The barcade.
The barcade.
Yeah.
Last level.
Last level.
Yeah, last level.
Last level lounge.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them all over Toronto. I want to go to there's a whole virtual room called Activate.
Like it's like
you go like room to room. And it's like full virtual touchscreen walls, like every floor, ceiling, and everything. You're like figure out the puzzles.
Oh, is it like an escape room kind of thing?
Yeah, like there's just endless rooms.
Okay.
And like it would be like a touchscreen floor. Like I don't know. There's the one video I saw. There's like light bars on the floor. It's like video panel floor, and the lights are moving towards you, and you have to run the room and jump over the light bars as they're moving towards you. But the floor is like touch sensitive, so if you touch the bars, you lose the level and start again. And like make it to the end of the room and pass it to move on to the next room.
Yeah, when are we doing this?
What's up,
But we'll figure it out.
All right, done. That's happening.
It's in the work.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, let's go. Make it happen. Let's do it.
I'm down. All right. What else we got?
I don't know, man. We're just spitballing bullshit right now.
Spitball.
Usually works though. Usually works perfectly.
Why don't we get into some Matt stuff then?
Let's do some math stuff.
We want to get into some Matt stuff. So why don't you show us your show and tell for the day?
Show and tell for the day. All right.
Oh yeah. What do you got?
All right. So the 3D printer. I've been getting into. I don't know. I started off like just I don't know. Like everyone's like, I'm gonna buy a 3D printer to print useful stuff that's gonna help me out. I'm gonna become like a little home engineer. None of that has happened.
Right.
It is like I printed like those invisible floating tables and like a phone holder, and but I've been getting into like prop making. So like there's a guy on YouTube that kind of like inspired me to do this like Punish Props Academy. So it's like actually like movie quality stuff. So I'm getting into that. So I've been printing. I printed like a whole bunch of movie swords and everything like that. And I got this like Oni
You're gonna have
mask.
to like here.
Yeah, you can hold that up to the screen. But like hand painted, like sandpaper it down to like 3,000 grit and like make it all pretty and paint it up.
I remember you sending me a picture of that one, and I think it was already done, and I was like, damn, where did you get that?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, I made that.
Yeah, so it's actually really cool to get into that. The next project going right now is a thermal detonator from Star Wars.
Okay.
So I've picked up a whole bunch of LED lights and Arduino boards, so when you pull like the trigger on it, like it actually lights up and does like a counter with the Star Wars sounds and everything.
Okay.
So I'm starting like it's like my own arts and crafts project.
Calm down, Rich. I can feel the table lifting.
What? Just because it's Star Wars?
Yeah, it said Star Wars.
Yeah. It's not that easy.
Pitching a
yeah,
10.
No, but I'm like, got into like more art projects and like actually doing like stuff that'd be worthwhile keeping on the shelf, like, worth showing people instead of like printed dice.
I know you did the cyberpunk sword
Yeah,
as well.
so I got the full like thermal katana, and it's got like an EL wire in it, so the other guys it like lights up and it actually looks like it does in the game.
You put it like here.
I actually can't see if that's in the.
No, yeah.
Let's do this.
But yeah, if you want to check it out, I'll leave a video on my Instagram or my TikTok for my Twitch account, which is just everything's Tube Socks. TUUBESOCK. Tube Sock. The Tube Sock. So that's like Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Instagram.
TikTok.
But yeah, check it out. If you want to see some good stuff and really good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of did that mask. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it works better. I have like a like the actual like COVID cloth mask.
Okay.
So you don't see like my nose
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the mouth hole, so it's just black and it actually looks covered.
That's
Or
dope.
else you look like an alien.
Yeah.
Mouth in your mouth.
The mouth in the mouth.
Xenomorph, whatever it's called.
Some I don't know. I don't know these alien terms.
The ones with like the fart box puncher.
What?
What? The fart box puncher?
Second mouth with a bunch of fart box.
Oh my god. Like alien?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We just went from like maybe PG to like absolutely.
Dude, there's a restricted right next to our name.
No, it's explicit.
Explicit. That's the one. Yeah.
0 to 100.
Did you really think it was going to be tame?
No, but I need to re-up, bro.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
give it another one.
You're right by the fridge.
Yeah, you were right by the door, and I had to close the door.
I couldn't reach it. Let's go. Surprise me the seltzer.
I'll take the beer.
That was aggressive, bro. You
should have
do that
shook it. I should have shook it.
Should have shook it. Make it rain.
Hindsight is 2020.
Just for all you ASMR heads out there.
Oh, that was Chris.
That was crazy.
Every
good.
time I do that, he gets upset.
What?
Let's go right by the mic.
I'm special.
No, because you literally go into the mic
Why
and
don't
you
you
whisper
do an
sweet
ASMR
nothings.
stream and see if you pull in anything? I want to. Because, like, look at what's her name?
Should I do
Amaranth.
one of those
Like,
Amaranth streams where she like licks the ear thing?
Yeah. You know how expensive those microphones are?
Like a lot.
Yeah, because they're for recording, like, 3D sound.
Dude, all she has to do is
She
just
gets like
get into a bikini for
11,000
8 minutes.
viewers.
She gets into a bikini for 8 minutes and makes like my yearly salary.
Yeah, because their thing is, like, I will change my bikini top if I get 500 subscribers. For those who don't know, you make, like, $8 a subscriber
Yeah.
before, like, Twitch takes their cut. But either way,
So it's like even if it's $5.
she hits, like, 500 in, like, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And she goes and puts on
Messed
something less revealing, actually. And everyone's like, oh, no, it's subscriber.
Unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe,
And then it's like,
subscribe.
Well, it doesn't work like that though.
No, I know it doesn't, but they're just going to send her donations and
It's,
shit,
a
right?
banned word on Twitch now, but she just rakes in all the sims.
What is?
Sim.
Oh, simp. It's a banned word on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah, it's a banned word on Twitch.
It's a banned word. Like if somebody puts it in chat, you can't.
Because people that have virtual girlfriends don't like it. She said my name once. She's a mother.
I want you to write my name on your arm.
Yeah,
Does it for $10, goes on their
Yeah.
Amazon wish list and just buys everything. You're my wife now.
Yeah, well, all the girls, like, you don't see much of the guys who do it, but all the girls just post their Amazon wish list, and they're like, look at all the stuff I got in the mail today, because everyone's just buying them stuff.
Yeah, so like a huge amount of context for the people listening that have no fucking idea what we're talking about. There's this girl who like goes half naked, streaming herself
It's
live.
not just this girl. There's
There's
a
a lot of people that do this, but people just watch her and like fall in love with her and will literally give her money just for being on a live stream in front of 11,000 people.
Yeah.
And
That's on a weekday. That's like
she
on
just whispers into a microphone that's shaped like an ear because it sounds like it.
She's
She's
sucking on the whole
Yeah, I was getting there. And it just apparently you guys love that shit. I remember one time one of our buddies fucking raided her after his stream. Like he passed all his viewers on to her, and I was like getting dinner or something, and I came back to my computer and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck am I watching right now?"
I had
It was
on my
very uncomfortable.
I had it on my speakers, and I thought, like, somehow, like, it sounded like a DJ from the other room.
Well, yeah, because she just sits there and goes.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
That was so
That's exactly
disgusting.
what it is. Yeah, and I'm in the other room, like, what the the hell's going on?
It's so off-putting. Like I just
Did like my dog click the wrong link? By
yeah,
accident?
it's really off-putting for me. I don't like it at all.
No,
Okay,
it
okay.
is not.
What does Cinderella do when she gets to the ball?
Oh, I don't even want you to go there. Stick to the dad jokes.
No, that one was better than a dad
Yeah,
joke.
it was.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
dad jokes are great. My most recent one
There's
is
a whole pile of them right there.
there's a whole pile of dad jokes.
All of them.
Pull a dad joke, man.
All right.
But go with yours first before you read it.
Okay. So yeah, my friend David lost his ID.
Oh, did he?
It's his dad now.
I just kind of knew that one was coming out.
All right. This dad joke you have. Oh, it's a calendar.
Yeah, it's my dad's calendar.
March 30th. I had the assholes calendar, and it's just like the daily asshole history. It's like,
Yeah.
it's good. Not like physical assholes. Personality assholes. Like, who's an asshole on
I
that
could have
day?
seen you
I knew
owning
it.
either of them.
Oh yeah, just booty hole of the day.
Sunshine Girl. Yeah.
Someone there wants it. Someone there
Toronto
wants
Sun Sunshine Girl.
it. Starfish calendar. Why did the M&M go to college?
Because you want it to be a smarty.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Damn, boy, did you go to college?
I did.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright. I made it.
I expected as an answer. Yeah, that's cool.
It's like I got a
Okay.
diploma.
I made it.
I got that paper that says I was good enough for the standards.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I was on the dean's list because I was apparently really good. Why did I even go there? Also, Tai Chi is an elective.
What, really?
It was a 9 o'clock at night class, Tai Chi.
You guys just go out in the field and do Tai Chi?
No, I was in a classroom. Ruth, our 80-year-old instructor, would show up there at 9 o'clock in her little course, and it was all the introverts. Like I was,
That's so
The
funny.
most extroverted
Trying to make
person there.
conversation.
I know. I was in my stoner phase, as like most of it was. So it was just me sitting at the back of the room watching people who hadn't seen sunlight trying to do Tai Chi.
Hey, Jimmy, how was your weekend?
Yeah, and then like, these people were not athletic people, and like I'm sure they're taking Tai Chi, and everyone did really well, and like tried their best in class. But like had this, some of them you can tell probably never played soccer ball, like in their entire life. So
It's just
there were a
different
couple
world.
trench coats. There was, yeah.
I had a trench coat in the day.
I was enjoying, I don't know, just at the back of the class, like making karate noises while I did slow Tai Chi, and then just watching awkward people try and not be awkward. And then the our 80-year-old instructor trying to be like, well, you're doing really well, but like try and keep your posture straight. I'm like, I don't think that guy left his computer chair and then walked out.
Inside that class, yeah. You had to do one. His parents were like, you got to do one thing outside the office here today. You got to go outside of the house.
Yeah, but it was a good elective as well.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I took Zombie Apocalypse in college.
What? That was
Yeah,
a thing.
pretty dope.
What?
Just planning for the apocalypse for the entire
Yeah, that's
semester.
awesome. I did history of food.
It was hilarious. And then the teacher would challenge you. You go, I'm going to go to the supermarket. He goes, make looters. It's probably already occupied. Supermarket. First place we're gonna go.
So we played Fallout once.
Yeah, I know.
He watched Zombieland, and then
You could tell
came
he
back.
hated it too. He probably got thrown into that class because he had open slots.
I
and he
can't
was like,
believe that was a class.
it's hilarious.
We did history of food, and you pretty much showed up first day. Your teacher assigned you a partner and assigned you a country, and then like you just come in each week. Someone would present, and then you eat their food, and then the following class you do like a 10 multiple choice thing, and the presentation from the week before, which they posted the PowerPoint online.
Yeah. So you're just,
And then the next people would present, you eat their food, and rinse and repeat. I had USA, so I just made tater tots for the entire class. My partner, he was on something because he showed up talking about cat food and like all this whole report. I'm like, yeah, there's like cat food and all America's food, and I'm sitting there like, we're up there presenting. I'm looking at just like looking at him and looking.
blindsided.
Yeah, because he wouldn't come like help do the group project, so I just did my half. And he was like, yeah, I got my half done. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Oh my
And then
god.
I'm looking at the teacher. The teacher's looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Anyway, I made tater tots. And like, I was like HVAC program, and everyone in that class was like culinary, so all their food was like super fancy and well done for all their countries. And I just brought in a tray of tater tots.
Tater tots and French's ketchup.
Yeah.
Damn, failed. Canadian ketchup.
Yeah. And It was like, this was made in my rented house's very dirty oven in college. Enjoy. They weren't even like crispy. Like,
The soggy
you
tater
do
tots.
fries in the oven and they never turn out right. It was just that.
You guys had way better classes than that. The most like
Should have
out
looked
there,
more.
the most out there class I could because we were restricted in my school.
Oh.
You couldn't take certain electives based on your program.
Oh.
So the most crazy
But
elective
it's not
I ever
really an
took.
elective, is it?
Well, there was, but like it was like philosophy or like psychology, and like that was like it. Like there was one that was like vampires, but we weren't allowed to take it.
Yeah, there's
So-
there's so many obscure,
so many more
stupid things.
So like the weirdest thing I ever took was pop culture, and I don't even remember it because it was so dumb.
Was it
like-
like the movie or like real pop culture?
It was not
Maybe I did have a stroke.
the movie is Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
not
Oh.
pop culture.
Yeah, the movie Pop Culture.
No, it was just about pop culture.
So what did you do? Play Trivial Pursuit like the entire time?
It was all online,
Trivial
so
Pursuit,
didn't do anything.
It's online Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah.
We're
Like
just playing Jackbox Party.
Basically.
Party Box. or whatever.
okay, you have a stroke here today.
I'm not good right now.
He also said he has no sense of smell. And like, he was
Like
also
little to none. Yeah.
You smell toast?
burnt aluminum at work by accident.
Well, I was like,
Not
I
fully
too-
burnt. It was on. It was.
Oh,
yeah,
it's on
flame.
on
It
fire.
was-
Dangerous event at work.
yeah, you
Be
should
safe.
probably go to the doctor.
Dude, it was like the smallest little dumpster fire, and 7 trucks showed up.
Yeah, but it was aluminum.
Yeah. Not,
Aluminium.
the firefighters didn't even do anything. They just watched while we pulled it out of the thing, and then one of the guys for the like the on-site, like the grounds maintenance dude, came with a loader and just dumped a bunch of buckets of sand on top of it. That's it. And then they all just like left. Even the fire chief showed up. There was a full like giant like 600 bale hay fire happening like 10 minutes down the road, and they were all in Honda.
That's amazing.
But yeah, no one told him how big the fire was, and all of Honda's going up. That's kind of like
Yeah. Not to mention, it was like maybe like a 2-minute walk from the paint shop, and if that goes up in flames, there's a crater where Honda used to be.
not that it always fun.
We do love the farmers, but at that point, all they were doing was pulling the bales apart, spreading it, and letting it burn out.
Just letting some dry burn away.
Well,
It's
you got to spread it
well,
out
it's
before
not
you
dry.
can put it
Most
out.
of the time, like hay bale fires, it's auto ignition.
Right,
It's
it's
not
wet.
dry enough. It's wet, so it decomposes.
And then it gets
In the
really
middle,
hot.
It gets really hot during the chemical reaction and just bust out.
Weird.
Plus,
And then
Science, bitch.
bust out. And then when you have an entire farm of it, you're there for 8 hours, literally pulling it apart. So it's
they had, I think they told me it was 560 bales like
Yeah,
lined
it's
up across the road.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Starts in the middle and just goes everywhere.
It stinks.
Smells like a burning wet dog.
Yeah. Really, yeah.
No, it does.
That's amazing.
No.
It's a hay fire. Oh no, there's a dog. Yeah.
We love dogs.
Is it Tom Segura?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's
It's
my
like-
favorite.
If a dog bit my kid, I would kill the dog.
Yeah. Well, if you
Yeah.
out of context, there starts with like pet love is real.
Yeah.
But I love my kid more. Put it this way, I love my dog, but if my dog hurt my kid, I'm drowning that dog.
Oh my
And then
god.
he's like, this is where the crowd gets divided. Some of you like sit there and go, yeah, do the art. But the other part of you are like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. And that's how it sets the tone. It makes it real.
I need to watch him because I've heard a lot of people talk about him.
He's
And then
he's good.
him and Bert Kreischer are 2 of my favorites. And then their podcast together is hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's
Straight fire.
fucked up. It's so weird.
I had it on at work, and then like usually it's like semi not safe for work, and then like
It's fully nuts.
Adrian, the tech chick, got involved, and then it's just full on
Not safe for work.
And I did blaring over the speakers and I was standing in the other room. People were answering phones. And we're trying to see if we can bang Adrian the truck with the strap on. And I'm like, okay, time to turn the speakers down.
Nah, it's enough of that one.
Yeah, they go to 0 to 100 real quick.
Bert Kreischer's calling his wife asking permission to like
How
have their
many
gang
how
bang.
many subscribers for the podcast to get at you with some strap-ons?
Not enough in the world.
Like 1 million?
Like maybe like 9 billion.
1 million.
9 billion.
1 million, and we're gonna rail
10 billion.
for the
Yeah, we're not even going there.
I'm out. I can't I have to work with him. I can't look him in the eyes.
Put a bag on his head.
After doing
That's it.
that, I
Yo.
can't look him in the
We're
eyes.
putting the tramp stamp back on you, just like that picture
Hey,
we all
Matt,
have.
why
of
does
you.
Richard flinch when you walk by him? Well, something not so chill happened the other day.
The good news is we're all really rich because we got a shit ton of subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, not enough in the world.
What would that last a week and then we end up on Reddit? Like, look at these idiots.
Yeah, no,
because
I'm
he would go out and buy 272 Skylines, both in the same color, identical, just so he had one for the day and one for the night.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Am I weird for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't. This is totally unrelated, but you talking about the flinching thing made me remember a story from high school. It has nothing to do with that though. So
Also, you didn't get paid.
So I'm pretty sure, not at all. Not at all. I'm pretty sure one of my teachers thought.
Going back to the broomstick thing all over again.
Wait, what?
No.
No broomsticks. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Continue.
Please.
Oh, now this is not even a good story.
Just go.
One of my, I'm pretty sure one of our teachers in high school thought that my dad beat me.
Oh.
Because so it was woodshop, and
So I know the teacher already.
yeah, it was the first year
Yeah.
woodshop teacher. My dad and I are dropping off the lumber for my project, right? And like we're talking to the teacher, my dad and I, and like whatever, and my dad like went to go scratch his head, but my dad lifted his arm like pretty quick.
Right.
And like my dad's never actually hit me, but there's times where we like goof with each other and we're just like, "Hey, Dad, you're like stop doing that!" Like just hit each other lightly in the arm. And so he fucking lifts his arm really quick to scratch his head, and I like do a full fucking watch out! Like, and the teacher's just looking at us, and my dad's looking at me like,
Are you good?
Yes. It's like, what the fuck just happened?
Jeez.
I think I got watched a little bit more closely for the rest of that semester, probably. Yeah.
Come talk to me after this.
Yeah.
Guys, there's something that happens at home that you're not telling us about. So that wasn't super chill.
You
Yeah.
know what we should do though for 1 million subscribers?
1 million subscribers.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
that website online. It's a company out of the States that you can send them. Well, they'll send you a kit, and essentially what the finished product is a golden pendant of your asshole.
Ooh.
You like plaster mold your asshole and then send it to them.
What is with
They
you
put it
and
on
assholes?
They put it on a gold pendant for you.
You-
can just wear your
You
own
get the
asshole.
chocolate molds for your Valentine's Day
You
lovers,
have
too.
like
Yeah.
You guys are fucked up. You have an obsession with assholes.
I don't have an obsession with assholes.
It's
It's
kind of
funny.
a funny joke to say, like, you can eat an asshole.
We
It's like
haven't.
chocolate you got.
We
Just
haven't
like
gotten
the-
an episode without him bringing up his own asshole.
Not my own asshole.
Well, it would be.
He,
It would be.
he disagrees with me with the fact that guys shit themselves at least once a year.
That's not true. I don't disagree with you.
You don't disagree with me now.
I just don't once a year, but like maybe on average, it's like once every 3 years. I'd say maybe on average it's probably once every 3 or 4 years.
At least
depends.
once a year.
Usually it's like if any dude out there does like a dude's weekend, it's probably like the day after that weekend.
Here I sit brokenhearted. I came to shit, but I only farted. But later on, I took my chance. I tried to fart, but I shit my pants.
Yeah, there you go.
How do you have that memorized?
Huh?
How
It
do
was,
you have
written
that
on,
memorized?
it was written on the inside of a stall once when I was in college, and I took pictures of it and just sent it to everybody. It was hilarious. Somebody wrote it on the stall door with a Sharpie.
I know, yeah, at least in like my like immediate friend group growing up, like there was a time when it was like at least every 6 months someone had like shattered.
That's what I'm saying. So if you just
Give or take.
if you include the non-party scene, then the average goes down. But if it's the party scene, yeah, it's once
Oh,
a year.
The last time it happened to me, I was doing karate in my kitchen. I went for a kick and a fart came out. It wasn't a fart.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just how it happens.
It's like if any dude out there does like a dude's weekend, it's usually like day 2 or 3 of that weekend.
While it's winding down almost.
Yeah, like you've had like your binge beers like the day,
Yeah.
first 2 days you've made like barbecue with the boys,
Oh yeah.
and then you
Only
We've just got a shit ton of red meat.
misjudged
Only
that
beef, like nothing
Yeah.
but burgers all
one. You
weekend.
misjudged
Burgers, sausages, and hot dogs, and a shit ton of beer.
that. I know. While we're on the topic,
Oh
last
my
time I was with a girl.
Oh
or,
good.
Like, no, it was at a party, but like I was with a girl, so like holding in like farts the whole night, and like the moment she left, just like is like finally
I can fart.
done. And like everyone was like, "Oh, you farted? That's gross." I was just like, "Yeah, I only farted." And then I immediately stood up and left and didn't say a word to anybody. And
They probably assumed.
nobody even noticed I left.
Oh,
So
that's good. That's good.
just a full Irish goodbye with some extra chocolate on top. And I just bailed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep an extra pair of boxers under my driver's seat in my car.
Oh, so like your average has to be pretty frequent if you're fully prepared.
No.
Are you lying?
I just had this epiphany when we talked about this probably like 6 months ago, and I was like, if that ever happened to me and I wasn't prepared, that would be bad.
Ditch the boxers and go commando. That's the
See, I
only
don't
way to
do that. I can't do that.
See, and I remember when my story happened, you made fun of me for it, and then yours was like not a month later,
Yeah.
like while standing at a bar.
You shot yourself in a bar?
We're sitting
This
there,
is off
and
the
then
rails
he's
now.
paying his bill. He just kind of leans into me and just.
Oh my god.
And they're like, yeah, what is it? Like, I don't know. He's like, being all secretive, and I'm just like, what is it, man? Like, Todd. He's like, well, yeah, we're paying our bills. It's like, why? What? Like in this last like 10-second time
I
frame.
think I've gone.
This is an emergency.
I think I've gone the entire time without anyone else knowing that story outside of a friend
Well,
group.
now
You're welcome,
everybody knows
world.
it.
So now everybody knows it.
Yeah.
That went off the rails. Shit.
Literally. Yeah.
Alright, well, at least that was like 3 years ago, so
Cheers.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, it's happening. You're the editor. It's, you do with it what you will.
Nah, I can't edit this shit, man. This takes way too long.
Didn't take long for you. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Apparently.
It does. It really does.
I realized that.
Yeah.
I'm very
It's an
aware.
unfortunate thing.
How did we get some shit medallions for this?
I don't know, but why don't we move on?
Because I said that Mike talks about his asshole every time we have an episode, and then we just went on to shitting.
Well,
Yeah.
at least you could, like, if you got your matching cars, you could just hang your asshole pendant from the mirror.
Matching cards?
Yeah, the matching art.
Oh, it wouldn't be for each of us. It'd just be for myself.
Yeah, and then
You gotta get your golden print of an asshole embedded in the dashboard. This way, if anybody ever steals the car, you go, no, my asshole is literally in the car.
Yeah,
And then you can show them and then pull your pants down and
like
do the
it's
full
identical.
thing and be like, that's my asshole.
Yeah.
There we go.
Speaking
No.
of cars,
Yeah, let's get into the news.
today's news. I got one.
Hold on. We got a thing.
We got a thing.
What's the thing?
You just, with a little bit of a space, you just gotta just say into the microphone the news.
As erotically as possible.
Not as erotically as possible, however you want, but don't scream it. Or yeah, whatever, fuck it, scream if you want to.
Breaking news.
Alright, we'll work with that.
All right, so yeah, mine. While we're on the topic of cars,
Matt brought news. He's the first guest
Yeah.
ever to bring news
I
to
knew
the
this was a
table.
news segment, and I know you guys like to talk about cars. So
Yeah.
I got two newses. Two newses.
Two newses?
Both include things with wheels.
It's Tuesdays.
Newses. All right, so the first one, there's a prototype flying car, and it completed its first 35-minute flight in Slovakia from like one major city to another.
Damn.
And it pretty much looks like a McLaren with like wings, and then the back of the car, if anyone's ever seen this type of airplane, but it's got like two tails with like one giant spoiler like across the back,
Shit.
and it's got like an inverse propeller on the back of the car.
Also, it's got a propeller on it.
Yeah, so it's a BMW engine, 190 horsepower. So it can fly up to 82,000 feet or 8,200 feet, and you can reach 190 miles an hour on the road. And it switches from a plane to a car to be road ready and road legal in under 3 minutes.
That's dope.
So when it lands, the wings fold up and then fold back. So they
It like tucks into the car.
tuck into
Yeah.
the car, and then
Like it tucks them sideways into the back,
yeah,
like rails.
and then the back would be the back fin, which is essentially like
What does the propeller do?
the propeller stays there, like lifts up to like a boat motor,
Oh, okay.
just like to a 45. And then the back of the car is like essentially two plane tails with like one spoiler that merges them. So once the wings fold down, that like slides into the car.
Starting at the low price of $20 million.
Yeah,
Probably something like that.
and also like if you hit a pothole wrong and shift the aerodynamics in that thing, like you were going down.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it would have to be very lightweight.
well, yeah, not lightweight enough frame and everything. Like you hit a speed bump too hard, and then you're flying like this, like
Yeah.
the whole way home.
I mean, like when you said flying car, I thought about all the ones they were testing in like Dubai years ago
Yeah.
with like just the 4 propellers, like it's like
No,
a
no, no.
No,
quadruplanter.
this thing's one
And-
propeller.
That's what I was saying. But like those things, if you fall off, you're just in the air. People are gonna be breathing you
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
You're turning into a pudding.
I know this is like a fully enclosed car.
Okay.
It
good.
just drives
That's
out onto the tarmac. It's a truck.
And then just
Yeah, it kind of looks like
It looks like a McLaren.
it looks like a 720 sort of.
Yeah.
McLaren 720 or whatever that is.
And then my other news.
Another news.
Another news. Also including news. You guys were on the topic of I think robots. I think the last one I listened to, Elon Musk's
Yeah.
robots. So I've got it, and everyone's like, "Oh, the iRobot thing you guys were going on about."
Yeah.
This is a little, like, essentially looks like a little remote control car with infrared sensors on it.
Okay.
But it is Bluetooth sending signals to a rat's brain that is in a jar. It's the first robot controlled by an organic, like, living thing. So it's got like all the receptors in it.
So I guess the car is just doing what the rat would be.
Yeah,
like,
sort
it's,
of.
it's the first like robotic thing that can learn and think on its own and is controlled by like an organic mind.
That's dope.
And it's like this little 4-wheel thing with all these sensors. And there's a video you can look it up. Just look up like rat control.
It's also slightly terrifying.
It is, yeah.
It
That's
is.
like
They also had eerie music in the background in the video. It was
I
fucking
sent it to
creepy.
everyone. And I was like, yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's in your inbox. You can look at it
Yeah, I
later.
think it's in like the Discord.
Right.
But like you see the video of this thing like going around the room, and it's essentially it looks like if you trapped a rat in a room, like, and it's just looking for somewhere to go.
It's not hitting the walls. It's like going near the walls and then backing up and going somewhere
Yeah,
else.
and then you see it like go to what would be I don't know, it's like a bunch of mesh stuff, and it looks like it's trying to climb, and then realizes it can't climb, and then backs off and it goes to something.
That's creepy.
It's
Yeah,
fucked.
and it's like sending Bluetooth
That's
signals
insane,
to like
though.
a brain that's floating in a jar.
Yeah, I'm still saying, like, at what point did they just stop doing this? Because iRobot, like, was a movie that existed with, like, a plausible storyline.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't an organic brain. You're not,
I know. Now we're just playing, like, we're just sitting here, like, making a meme out of, like, the life of all humans.
So terrifying. We have uprising of tiny little rat robots.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucked. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's
I mean, I would take control of that thing and just like drive myself under people's feet while they were walking and just like,
So you're just a dick.
yeah, a little bit. But you do that.
I'm a huge fan of like the cyberpunk genre. Like not the game. Like the game was alright, but just the whole universe is the whole genre of books and
I had-
novels, Blade Runner and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And if anybody is into that genre, like we are slowly heading towards
Oh,
like whatever that dark future is. I
It's, like,
see it
actually
every
real.
day.
I had a what's it called? Like I had a good laugh last night. I was scrolling through the Steam special to see what's on sale, and Cyberpunk's 30% off, and it's been out for like what, a year? Not even.
Still bad.
They didn't
Yeah,
fix
that's
all that shit.
They're trying.
I'm trying.
They're trying.
They released a half-finished game, basically.
That's ridiculous.
They had to refund everybody on PS5 and take it off the PlayStation Store completely because it just
Yeah.
didn't work.
I viewed it on PS4, got a refund, and bought it again on PC, but for like 30%.
Wow. So not worth buying.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
The NPCs didn't do anything. You just get out of the car and you're standing in the middle of the road. Like you don't tumble like in Grand Theft Auto or anything. Like you can get out doing like
Yeah.
400 kilometers an hour, and you're just like you get out, the car stops, and you just stand. You're standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah, there's like holes in the levels that you can go in the buildings, and it's just empty, like no
Nothing.
space.
Yeah.
Is there at least like a setting that just says like I'm stuck and it respawns you somewhere?
And they just die.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like what they have completed, the environment is amazing and beautiful. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But like the rest of the game is,
I'm just gonna wait till it's like 4 years old and then get it. Play it.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, maybe once
When
they
it's
update
done.
all the shit,
it's
or when
finally
the sequel finally comes out in 10
It's
years.
not gonna be a sequel. They pooched the dog on the first one. They're not gonna make a second.
There's a lot of hype
Just like
too.
Death Stranding, where they hyped that game up for like
I never heard of
2
it.
years. Death Stranding. It was what's his name?
The guy from
Metal Gear.
like that guy created the game.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
he did all the Metal Gear games.
That guy from
Oh,
Daryl.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah,
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
Oh, the guy from Walking Dead?
Yeah, he's the main character. Like they made him into the game.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
meant he was
it's-
a maker of the game.
I don't remember what the Japanese animator is, but he's the guy that did all the Metal Gear Solid games.
Okay.
And he made this game, and the trailers look like this eerie, creepy, like horror adventure game. Like it was all this dope stuff, and then you get it, and you're basically just a walking FedEx guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just pick up packages and deliver them. I swear to God, there's
Like
like
he's obsessed with like Norman Reedus. Norman Reedus is like the character.
they're really good friends in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the character also.
Okay.
They're good friends, so they just.
So it was another flop game.
It wasn't a flop. It just was falsely advertised as something
Yeah,
that
that
it's
was
not.
like also No Man's Sky,
No Man's Sky.
which was like that procedurally generated universe, like full
Yeah.
planets, creatures.
But it was
everything.
so broken.
It was empty.
Yeah.
You couldn't even find your friend.
Not
in
to
this
mention-
universe 'cause
Well,
it
no,
was
they-
actually
you-
inside
when they
the
wa-
universe.
when
You
they
knew
launched
that
it,
though.
when-
You knew that when going into it. But what you didn't know was how hard it was to get resources, like that it was in real time.
and
Oh no, I even
when
I
they-
beat that game in like a week.
when
You just
they-
gotta, like, get the bare minimum and go planet until you get to the center and then it's over.
yeah, when they launched it too, the servers couldn't handle the amount of people it was, so it just didn't work for the first month it was out.
It's like Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough process.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto Online, I played that for a little bit. and
It's
they-
good now.
Yeah.
That game is like 12 years old.
I know, and it's
the
still
top selling
amazing.
game of all time.
I know, and they still make like there's so many updates for it all the
And
time.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out early next year, I think.
I think 22, yeah.
I think it's like the end of winter 2022-ish. And then Forza Horizon 5 comes out in November.
Yep. Yeah, we're
I'm pre-purchasing that shit. I am gonna have that game.
Crazy.
Oh, it's dope.
And once you get a wheel, you don't go back.
I'm a horror game guy.
Yeah,
Anyone
and
wants to see me shit my pants on camera. Watch me.
they haven't done many
Back
good
to the
horror games
pooping.
recently, though. Like Faz was like the most recent, like the only decent horror game that's come out really
There's been a couple.
in a little while. I
What's that
know
one you
they're
just
doing,
played the
they're,
other
redoing,
day?
they're doing a new Dead Space too, though. Aren't they?
Yeah, they're redoing it.
They're redoing Dead Space.
Never played
I
it.
saw World War Z is coming out with a sequel as well. They're coming out with a new game. It's called
Okay.
The Aftermath, World War Z.
I thought that was a movie.
It is, but they made a game after it,
Oh, okay.
and it's basically like it's kind of what's that that one Back for Blood? What's that other zombie game that you were talking about?
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, kind of. That's like the Left 4 Dead one.
It's the same thing.
Back for Blood,
Yeah, Back to Blood.
and yeah, so that's coming out. And then they have the second. It's like all the same thing. It's basically a third-person zombie shooter. It's all like Left 4 Dead.
I just play the first person, scare the crap out of me.
Phasmophobia is a dope game.
What was that one you were playing before the other day?
Well, it's all
No,
trippy
where
rooms.
you walk, yeah, you were walking in circles.
Layers of fear. I slept weird that night.
That was a fucked up
Wait,
game.
what is that?
I don't know. It's just kind of like you can't like die or anything. You're pretty much just like walking through like a haunted house, right? Essentially, like,
Oh.
it's all like weird,
But it's all-
weird puzzly rooms. There's a couple jump scares and it's like creepy, but it's like a real mental trip because your character in the game is trying to recreate a painting of his dead wife and it'll make him happy or whatever. And all like the pieces of painting are like the canvas is skin. This is like blood and tendons, and it's kind of like you realize like your character's not a good person. Like as you go through the game,
Yeah.
but like when you're walking from room to room, it can be like the rooms constantly shift behind you. So you'd be walking down a hallway to get to the end of the hallway where there's a locked door, and then you turn around and you're in a different room.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
it's
it's fun.
constantly, and it gets like more and more trippy with like really dark imagery like as you go through. There's like one scene in the game like I thought I was gonna be sick because it's like you're looking at a screen, the screen's like slowly rotating in one direction. All the colors are separating into like, you look at a 3D screen.
yeah.
So it's like red and like and it's all doing that, and there's just this high pitched ringing like in your headphones, and I was just like, "Ooh, this is giving me like all the weird feelings. Like this is not feel good."
Yeah, even watching it, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stop watching now.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
And then, when I went to bed that night, it wasn't even like the jump scare stuff that got me. It was just like in my head, it was just rooms like shifting, and like I was restless like the whole night. Like it was like I played for 5 hours. I beat it. And sat down and played it.
Oh, it was probably a bad idea.
Yeah, it was
In hindsight.
It's probably one of those games that you'll kind of have to do that.
Yeah, there's
It's
like
like
three-
you want to just
there's
get the whole thing.
3 different endings, and like each one is just a huge mental trip. So if anyone wants to play it, it's really well done. It's really well done. Really well done.
All right, I got some news.
News,
I got
news,
3 newses.
news.
First news is super insignificant, but it's just worth mentioning to you folks that are working at a desk all day. Apparently, if you work at a desk all day, you need to spend about 30 to 40 minutes per day of building up a sweat to like work that off. So go for a sweaty run for 30 minutes.
I sit in a car all day. Does that count?
You should probably get the fuck up and walk around a little bit and work up a sweat. Anyways, that's like it's like 40 minutes of moderate to vigorous, intensely physical activity every day is about the right amount to balance out 10 hours of sitting still. The research says. Anyways, I'm only
assuming that person person has like a good diet or like a regular like McDonald's every once in a while?
I didn't read the entirety because it's actually pretty long. Well, not pretty long, but it's like probably more than 3-minute read. And like for the sake of what the point is, I didn't think it was worth reading that much into it. Like it's probably for average people. It's like an average diet. So that was just like kind of like a PSA more than the news. Now I lost all my news list.
Move around, lazy people.
Get the fuck up, walk around a little bit. If you're listening to this podcast and you're sitting down, maybe pause it right here and just stand up and just do some jumping jacks, you know?
What the? Do jumping jacks. That's what it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not going to do past 5. Do 5 more on your own. Okay, so real news. I don't know if you know this, Mike. I know, Matt, you know this. You know Avatar The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
So Netflix is making a real version of it. That's not the news, but
Not like the movie that was half finished.
not like that piece of shit movie where it was just
I
the
liked
first
it. It
season.
just felt like it ended. In
It was
No,
not.
no,
You did not like
was-
it.
You should not like
You should not like it.
I
you
never
didn't
watched the
like it.
actual show.
They
Oh,
shoved-
then you wouldn't like.
They
You would
shoved like 40 episodes into. My girlfriend turned into the
Okay, it
movie
was
and we
like
died.
23 episodes, but yeah,
Still,
It-
no, it was like almost 2 seasons.
it was 1 season. It was only the first. It was only book 1.
Either way,
It was just water. Yeah, it was like stupid. It was like way too accelerated. Like there was no context. Like at least in the show, like you watch this guy like build like character building. It's like very important.
Yeah.
There was 0 character building. The effects were off. Like it's an anime, so like each like tribe of people are supposed to represent like different cultures and races. It was like the main characters were just all white, and then all the bad guys were all Indian, and like that was it. It was like kind of racist, and the character development like didn't exist. So you know that he's supposed to get better at his craft, but you don't witness any like not even a montage of him training.
He just was all of a sudden really good.
But it not really though. That's the thing. Like it never really got good. It was just like a whole. They skipped everything that was like important about character building.
It was just cool to see people throwing water and fire and shit.
yeah.
Rocks.
The effects were awful too. Like the chick who's supposed to like move water, she's holding up a ball of water with like using bending, like in the show.
Yeah.
But then like the more than the equivalent volume of water that she is holding up in the air is dripping down from the ball of water that she's holding. So if you were to dump a bucket of water, there would be no water left.
Yeah.
Yeah, they forgot that concept. They're like, oh, she dumped a bucket of water and there's a full bucket. Like these like guys who were like earthbending, they're like throwing this rock. Like 6 of them were doing this whole fucking move together, and the rock is traveling like literally maybe like 1 kilometer an hour. And it's like, no, they just did really intense thing. That should be flying across the fucking stage.
Yeah.
Anyways,
For anyone that hasn't seen the show,
it's shit. Oh no, the show's
the
great.
show's good.
The show's sick. The movie's
Show's sick,
garbage.
movie's bad.
So
So now they're making a live action show,
Okay.
and they've like just like announced who the kid is, and he's actually like culturally appropriate, which is kind of dope because they're just like
So he's like Vietnamese Thai kind of.
he's some form of Asian, which is probably what they intended him to be because he's supposed to be a monk.
Yeah.
In like what I assume is like some sort of Asian culture. Anyways,
yeah, so the world they build, it's a really big.
It is.
Map.
it is big.
So,
It's supposed to like be like the size of like Earth, I guess, because it takes them like weeks on end to travel to the different regions.
but I think it's like generally like Asian-based theme. All the cities are like busing saying.
So why are the fire people such dicks then? Just because they.
We have
like
to
it?
watch this show. It's a big spoiler.
So generally, what happens is, and for anyone that hasn't seen the show, there's just like the world, and it's divided up into like 4 nations essentially.
Yeah.
And each nation controls like an element.
Earth, wind, fire, and water.
Yeah. So not all people have the power. So the people that have the power, they call them benders. So like earthbenders, they do like kind of like a more aggressive style, like like Tai Chi, but they're stomping and everything.
Yeah.
And like the earth will shake, and they can pick up rocks and throw them.
Like,
It's like water.
not physically pick up rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's all like they're not touching it.
Yeah.
And then there's waterbenders, firebenders, and airbenders. So the way the history and religion works in the show is when there's a person called the Avatar.
Yeah. They can do all of them.
They can master all of them, and their job is to keep peace amongst all 4.
Okay.
And then when one dies, a child, the power, then like kind of like the Phoenix will transfer to some random child, and it always goes in the same order of like water, fire.
Water, earth, fire, air.
Yeah, water.
Or
earth,
air,
fire.
water,
Yeah,
earth,
whatever
fire.
the order is.
So if you're like, if an Earth avatar just died, then they know it's going to be a fire.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they always look for it in the next tribe when they do like the ceremony.
So that's what
the
happens.
The main character, Aang, is an airbender. He's in his training and flying from one nation in the show at the beginning. Like it's like touches on it in like
On the big monster puppy.
Yeah. Papa, he's a flying
Papa,
bicycle.
yeah.
But he gets in a storm and he falls into, he's going to go waterbending, but he falls into water and freezes there. So he uses like his powers to like keep himself alive, but because he didn't die, there was no avatar to keep the peace in the Fire Nation. It's just like, yeah,
Take
no
over
avatar,
everything.
there's no one to stop us, we're going in. And like take over everything.
It took out all the airbenders because they wanted to kill the Avatar because they knew he was going to be an airbender. And
I see.
so they wiped
Okay.
all. So like this isn't a spoiler.
So they were
this is
just-
literally like
they were
this
just-
is the intro
They were
of
just,
the.
they were just being
It's just
dicks to be dicks then,
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
So there was no rhyme or reason, they just assholes.
Yeah. And then like these two waterbending kids find him in the ice, and then the adventure starts. Like there's no masters left to teach him, so they're like going on the adventure to find people who can teach him.
I see. Alright.
Yeah.
And then,
And it's like 20-something episodes per season, and it's 3 seasons.
yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I think I might watch it.
And
It's
each
worth
season
it.
Is like a different element that he's training.
Yeah, the book 1's called Water, book 2 is called Earth, and book 3 is called
And
Fire.
obviously he knows air already. He's an airbender.
He
Yeah.
knows a little bit about air.
Okay.
That's actually one of the biggest troubling things is because he never completed his air training, but now there's literally not a single person left in the world that can teach it to him.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So he has to like master himself by finding old scrolls and shit. Anyways,
Does that mean if he like grows up and sleeps with somebody from like a water thing, they're gonna be like a mist bender?
no, the children are like random. It's
Oh,
not like it's not like you're gonna guarantee that your kid's gonna be able to like do stuff. It's like a kid will be born and then they'll like cough and then all of a sudden the tent blows over. Like, oh, he's an airbender.
Yeah.
So like an airbender could be born in the water tribe?
No.
it'd be within.
Okay,
Within
so it'd
the
be within
tribe.
your own thing.
But it's not like you are a bender. Your kid's gonna be one.
Oh yeah, they might be. But
Yeah.
if you're airbenders,
There's
they
like-
might be a bender, but they will be air. if
There's
they
like
are.
a 1 in 5 chance or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you're talking about combos, there's a second show called Legend of Korra, which is the same
Yeah.
universe, and like the waterbenders learn to like blood bend and stuff like that, so like controlling people's like muscles. And
Yeah.
But, like even the earthbenders can like do blood bend as well because they can target the iron in people's blood.
Yeah,
That's
they
like-
learn how to metal bend, and fire can do lava, and
Yeah.
then they can end up doing rock because of it's fucking crazy. That's the second season. Don't even worry about that. That's
Yeah.
not important.
But either way, they took this huge, beautiful story and crammed it into a
movie.
hour.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Like-
And it makes no sense.
I should watch the show then.
Yeah, watch the show,
Alright.
and they're making a live action one, so it might actually be really sick. And like, I have a pretty good like personal opinion on what Netflix puts out. Like, most of the shows they do are pretty good.
Your personal opinion is pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's why they put themselves into such enormous debt.
Yeah, probably.
Netflix
I
is super in debt.
I mean, that makes sense because the movies and shit cost a lot of money.
Yeah, they're doing a shit ton of movies and shows.
But a lot of the shows
The movies aren't so good, but the shows are good.
Shows are good.
shows are really good.
Some of the movies are alright. Some of them.
Yeah, the non-woke ones.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, back to my fucking news. They have announced like the kid who's going to be playing it, and it's going about like who's directing it and shit like that. But I guess it's supposed to come out like next year. I'm trying to look for the date again just to confirm, but yeah, it's gonna be sick. I'm looking forward to it. We went off on the whole tangent, so I don't have to read any of this.
What's your third newses?
My third news is
3 movies.
what is it? Oh yeah, fucking I'm gonna get this guy's name pronounced wrong.
You want me to read it?
No, it's good. Spencer Eldon,
Okay.
who is now a painter, who you know him as the baby on the cover of Nevermind.
Wait, soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's suing Nirvana for sexual exploitation to a minor, but
He's
every like 3 or 4 years
He's
he
recreating.
recreates the photo and like flexes it.
yeah, I know.
And like,
And now he's out of money, and he's like, I can get a lot of money.
well, that's what I'm saying. He's now a painter. So he's just broke.
Yeah, he's probably.
But when the initial photo was taken, were their companies not have signed like a release or something.
Probably
yes,
did.
they probably
So
did.
there's probably
I think
full
that's the big
contract
issue.
saying there's, like, they can use the photo.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
this case is like once they see that he's recreated the picture like 6 or 7 times, they go, "Why didn't you give a shit like 3 years ago?"
So I think like there's some newscaster, I forget what station, was just like, well, you should be suing your parents if you're suing anyone, but also you shouldn't have recreated the photo 6 times
That's gonna get thrown out of
because
court.
no one's gonna believe you actually give a shit. And it's like we were joking earlier. It's like maybe he's just a little self-conscious because his bean hasn't grown much since then.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
It's like obviously not, but like, what's your reason, bro? Like it's because you need money.
Yeah, he's a starving artist.
Yep.
Like what?
Starving artist
Yeah, it's not like Kurt's on the bottom of the pool, took a picture just like at a public pool.
Yeah, it's not like it was some random.
Yeah.
Or like for all you know, like you said earlier, it might have been like a
Photographer just
stock
hiding in the
photo.
pool.
Yeah, it could have been a stock photo.
Yeah. Well, like the photo on the article is the most recent version of him. It says recreates his pose from the Nirvana's cover Nevermind, shot 25 years later. So that was like 3 years ago he did this photo.
Yeah.
So 3 years he takes that photo, and then 3 years later he's like, you know what? Fuck it, let's sue him because I'm broke.
How much money does he think Nirvana has?
Well,
Dave Grohl's like the only one with money anymore.
wasn't this? Well, no, isn't the
But
bass
that's
player
all
from
fine.
Nirvana also the bass player in
Oh, I don't know.
Foo
I thought it
Fighters?
was just Grohl, but
Yeah, but how much actual Nirvana money is that?
Like probably not a lot
Because if
since
he's
Courtney
suing
didn't do
like,
good.
Nirvana as the band and
Yeah.
not them individually.
Dave Grohl wouldn't have to pay anything.
Because yeah, it's all separate business enterprise at that point.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't even in the band at the time, I don't think. Or that would have been when he joined the band, so the album cover could have been shot already at that point.
Yeah, who knows?
Like he came in, literally, he came in when "Smells Like Teen Spirit" was a new song. So was that on Nevermind? Like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" was not written when, like, officially recorded when Dave joined the band, because that was the song he tried out in, and that's when they were like, "Oh shit, you did something cool on the song." You know, the beginning where the drums go like with the
Yeah.
they were in a practice and they were testing drummers, and Kurt was counting in, and Dave just did that, and he was like, "Holy fuck, you're in!"
I wish. I've no music.
I mean, neither do we.
We
So-
try. We try our best.
You guys are like even at trying your best, so 200%.
I like that me and Rich are matching hats today.
Matching hats. Oh yeah, I guess same. It's probably the exact same hat from the same fucking factory. It's just 2 different logos on it.
Mine's dirty.
Actually, no, it's not.
It's nice. Yeah,
Yours-
we're both on the hunting company. Recommend.
Brownie.
I bought this Winners.
At Winners?
Yeah,
Winners is the best.
I like Plato's Closet.
Plato's Closet's dope too.
Yeah,
I was wrong when I said about the bass player. It's not the same bass player from
Yeah,
Nirvana. He did something else. I thought he joined Foo Fighters as well. No, I was wrong.
Why don't we get into some B-Days?
Yeah, that's all you, dog.
Alright, let's do some B-Days. So, the date would be September 2nd when this is released. September 2nd. So, first birthday, Keanu Reeves.
Yo, Canadian Angel.
Yeah, he's
Yeah?
turning 57.
Not bad.
He's 57.
57
Yeah,
years
doesn't
old.
look it. Eh?
Not even
No,
old.
he's like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd posted up on the other day. He's like 52 and that was
14.
late 30s.
Yeah, I know.
We should get Keanu Reeves on the show.
Keanu.
It's young.
I think we got a better chance of getting Ryan Reynolds on here because he does like actual shit for his fans too.
Well,
You see that video he voiceovered for a bunch of students from Georgian and Barrie?
No.
Yeah.
No.
They reached out to him on an email and he literally just replied and goes, "Yeah, what's the script?" And then like it cuts to a clip from the video, the intro, and it goes, 2 kids from Barrie, Ontario, and it's just like Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, it's
way.
dope.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
Keanu Reeves is like
Keanu
the
Reeves.
nicest person on the planet.
57. No, you're the best.
Right? That was for the Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
You did shit with that.
Yeah.
that's gonna suck that his name's tied to that.
Whatever.
Yeah, it means mediocre.
Yeah.
Still
No.
love you, Keanu. You're better than everything else.
Like he's gonna watch it. Yeah, bro.
John Wick.
We never know.
You never know.
By the time he
one,
actually,
one person's like, oh, I'm just going to click this and send it.
Yeah, and it just gets into his inbox.
by the time this actually gets noticed by him, though, it's going to be like John Wick 17. He's going to be like with a walker, beating the shit out of people.
In a wheelchair, machine guns. Then
Yeah,
it's
yeah, exactly. Next up,
Yeah.
Zed.
Oh, like
House
the
DJ.
DJ.
The DJ?
32.
The caked up labels there?
Yeah.
32?
32.
I didn't realize he was so young when he started. He was like younger than we were.
I think the one song I still bang with is the Are You Gonna Stay With Me caked up remix.
Yeah.
Like remix.
Yeah.
Bang.
It's all good. Zed, 32. Next, Salma Hayek.
Who?
An actress.
Hold on.
Sounded like you
How old is
sneezed.
Salma Hayek?
Salma Hayek, 55.
No
She's turning 55.
way.
Never heard of this person in my life.
You watch Grown Ups? Adam
Yeah.
Sandler's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, like the Spanish chick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's not bad looking.
She's
No.
like up there with like Jennifer Aniston and all those women that'll just be forever good.
Sure.
Jennifer Aniston's like almost 60 years old. She looks like she's 20.
Yeah, there's like yeah. They have like what's it
Child's Blood?
yeah, the Blood Boys or Blood
I mean, you gotta look at them together, right? You got like Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, right? You got Jennifer Aniston that looks like she's 20 years old, and Courtney Cox is like because of all the Botox and shit she's got. Like,
yeah.
anyway,
Apparently.
not gonna rip apart people too much.
They got blood children.
I gotta bring up who this guy is though, because I wrote his name down and I wanted to because he looked familiar.
I'm not gonna know.
What's his name?
Who is this?
Go, buddy.
Yeah, Mark Harmon is turning. Oh, I know where he's from. Yeah, Mark Harmon is turning 70 years old. He's best known from NCIS.
Like the main guy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. He's
Yeah.
70? Well, I
70.
guess he was like already sober when he was doing the show.
Yes.
Yeah, now
I don't
he's
remember the show that well, but I know
NCIS
you're
was
talking
like
about.
early 2000s. wasn't it?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what his character's name was. I just recognized him.
Yeah.
I don't watch NCIS.
It's all CGI.
There's too many ends.
One of these like cop shows
Yeah.
you speak of.
The very dark, ominous comic.
Looks like this man got his justice.
Is it that guy?
Yeah! The Elvis comes in,
Oh, like the song you mean?
Yeah.
I was
takes
like,
his sunglasses off and puts them back on like 6 times before he gets to the point.
there was like a spoof skit of that somewhere, and this guy just kept taking off his glasses every time he said a line.
also do
Was it
it with-
SNL?
And he squats too, yeah.
SNL, and then they also do a spoof of it in the beginning of Forgetting Sarah Marshall with one of the Baldwins.
Yeah,
And it's with Kristen Bell.
yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
He's a stone cold fox too.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and Jack Shepard like them as a couple. They're like just hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend to know who she is.
Speaking of, while we're still on this, I do have one more birthday after. But while we're still on this topic, you guys see the video that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis posted?
Oh, the one with the big tabloids?
Yeah, all those like things that the media's blowing up, saying like they're getting a divorce and all this shit and all this stuff. And they're driving, and Ashton Kutcher's just driving. Mila Kunis in the passenger seat on her phone, just going, "Dude, we got divorced. Oh my god, you cheated on me. Oh my god!" And like they're
Yeah, she's like, I took the kids. He's like, no, not the kids. Take anything but the kids.
yeah, it's so funny. Anyway, but I'll get on to it.
Just
The last
calling out the paparazzi bullshit.
pretty
Oh,
much,
yeah.
yeah. The last birthday is a guy named Andrew Ray. For anybody that watches YouTube, he's best known as Babish Culinary Universe.
Still awesome.
He used to be binging with Babish.
Oh, yeah.
He recreates like dishes from things, so he does like stuff from Rick and Morty, and he did like
He did
like the
Eggs Woodhouse from Bertram.
Eggs Woodhouse. He did as well.
Oh, I like this guy
He-
immediately. I've never
he-
seen him in my life.
He did the pasta from Elf, where he put like the M&Ms and the maple syrup and shit. Like he just does stuff.
Eggs Woodhouse, by the way, is like a $900 dish by the time it's
Isn't they got like rare meats and
It's
shit
got
in
like
there too?
beluga caviar,
Yeah, like,
and then,
it's
like
fucked.
saffron, and like all these great. It would be so rich to eat. I don't know if I could finish it. Like,
You'd have like 2 bites and go, "That was very expensive. I'm gonna go throw up now." Yeah, like,
I kind of want to try it just because of how much of a fan I am, but I also don't think I can get through it.
yeah, it's beluga caviar.
It's so random. Like,
Yeah.
why would they not make something attainable? Like, why would they not make
Because
it?
it's Archer.
It's
they're
a show.
playing to the
I know, but like,
whole
even like
point
even
of
if it was
Archer-
like moderately difficult,
The
not
whole-
impossible.
the whole premise around Archer is that he's spending way too much money from the company.
I know, but isn't like the beluga caviar like hundreds of dollars to
Yeah, but he's
acquire?
also probably like tormenting Woodhouse and be like, "Make me this dish," and then Woodhouse he probably never actually saw the story, but he probably pulled through, and then it's his favorite dish after just the torture of trying to put it together.
R.I.P. Woodhouse.
I understand that.
R.I.P. Woodhouse.
I understand that. I'm just saying, like, want to make it like for the writer's sake and for the fandom's sake, make it a little bit more attainable than impossible.
Because they're not expecting people to
Because
actually
that
try to make it.
is
It's just
such
a
a-
fucking
no, but it's
TV show.
Everyone knows they're going to try and do it because how many times did you ask for a fucking Krabby Patty as a kid? I know I did all the
I
time.
did it.
Yeah, no.
You guys are fucked.
No, you are fucked.
No.
You're the minority.
I'm gonna put a survey on our story. How many times did you want a Krabby Patty?
Want it is a different story. You said ask for one.
Okay, I'll word it that way. How many
Okay.
times did you ask for Krabby Patty? I fucking did.
Yeah, because you're a loser.
Yes. Why do you think I'm doing a podcast?
No, but the excellent house was fitting to Archer because he was over the top. The man would drink like rubbing alcohol mixed with tea. Like,
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
it's fitting to his character. He's
I know.
everything's
I know.
over the top.
I get it.
Anyways, happy birthdays, Keanu
Yes.
Reeves, Zed, Salma Hayek, Mark Harmon, and Benji with Babish, Andrew Ray.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Boom.
Boom.
Get into some super depressing history. We've only got 3
Depressing.
Yeah,
points,
what
but it's
happened?
very
Go on,
dark.
just let him go through it.
It's
It
super-
goes in chronological order.
It's super dark. I'll tell you the date. We'll start here. The date is September 2nd, 1666.
September 2nd.
September 2nd, 1666.
Before you get into the history for a second, isn't September supposed to be the month with all the common birthdays?
Starting later, yeah. But
Oh, not second. Okay, I was gonna say this seems like a really
next
shit.
week, we'll start to get into
selection.
some fucked shit.
Okay. Fuck
No,
shit.
Yeah.
Like fucked. Okay.
No, because if you think about it, like all the most common, all the top 10.
What?
You give us crap for bringing up buttholes, and then you try and make a fucked shit joke.
Yeah.
It's just-
No, I meant
the guy- the
fucked
guy-
up
you were
shit.
doing this.
The guy-
You
the
were
guy-
implying
The guy that
No,
openly,
I was doing this.
the guy that openly posted a clip of him saying the deep-dicked advice from my kids on the Instagram. That was our first post.
Yeah.
Deep dick advice for my kids.
It wasn't our first post.
It was like one
It
of
was
them.
early.
It was one of them. Anyway,
Anyway, sorry.
September 2nd, 1666. The Great Fire of London started
1666.
at 2 a.m. on September 2nd, which ended up burning down 80% of London.
Jesus. That's heavy.
80% of London. I know you studied this.
Yeah, we had to do that in like fire class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not enough water.
80% of the city burned
Bit
down.
hot in bro.
It's not enough water in the whole country to put that out.
Bit more fog than usual.
Little cloudy out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but Great Fire of London.
I
2 a.m.
never heard about that.
Crazy.
No good shit.
You don't even have enough mans.
First Jack the Ripper.
No
and
man's?
Yeah, no mans.
Whose man's is putting this out?
You don't have enough.
They're all out there with buckets and piss and shit.
It's like trying to do the BC fire. You just try and beat it before it gets somewhere else. You're not actually fighting the real fire.
Right. Just soaking the ground
You're
ahead of it.
Defensive perimeter defending.
Yeah.
You're not trying to actually like you're trying to stop something else from burning. Not actually fighting the fire.
Right.
Yeah, you know you can't control it at that point.
Yeah.
Once it's got like 3 or 4 buildings, it's pretty fucked.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just evacuating at that point.
But if you want to put a positive note on it, so many fire safety devices and laws came from that.
Yep.
Everyone's like, yeah,
We're not prepared.
we need to fix something.
Yeah, apparently.
That could have been prevented, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So while we rebuild the entire city, let's
Because, like,
fix our
back in
fire
those days,
defense.
like, cities had so many attached buildings, right?
It's all wood.
it was all wood.
Yeah, all wood. Like, 75 houses were attached to one.
And possibly terrible electrical.
Yeah.
If they even
What year was it?
16.
1666.
So, like, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know the years on
If
that.
not, oil lanterns
Yeah.
in a wood building.
Yeah. It's like, hey, maybe you want to put that on a tin
One
plate?
One fucking guy got hammered and knocked his lantern over and burned down the whole
The whole
city.
city, yeah.
Probably.
That's
Well, I
probably,
know.
that's probably what it was.
Fucking Tulsa, mate. Anyway, let's skip 300 years.
300 years.
Go to 1931.
31.
September
Okay.
2nd. Happy note. Bing Crosby. You know Bing Crosby.
Nah.
It's beginning to look a lot
Yeah.
like...
Oh, singer?
Yeah, very deep voice,
Yeah.
majestic. He made his solo radio career debut.
Okay. What's
First,
that song?
1931. No, I don't think it was that song. I didn't say what
In
song.
September?
Wasn't the years well listened.
He had very deep, deep voice, majestic. I only know his Christmas songs.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was like an artist outside of that.
Yeah.
The
Didn't know his name.
Yeah.
Didn't know his name. Didn't know like he existed. I just know I hear it in the fucking malls.
Yeah, he's famous for Christmas.
Yeah, he's a good Christmas singer.
Cool.
And now another, we'll do 13 years in the future. 1944, Dark Times.
Dark times.
Dark Times. 1944, September 2nd. Anne Frank sent to Auschwitz.
Damn, that's heavy.
Sad.
That's a really dark way to end the
And
news.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have done it before.
I
Yeah,
I
really.
probably should have. But
Well, I mean, we
So
ended with
maybe
a
not-
fire of
maybe
an
not
entire
end with a
city.
fire,
either way, it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should end
That's
with-
all right.
It's not a good day.
But what was it was? I know it's going to be old news at this point, but basically a week ago, we'll do this as well. It was what Saturday.
I'm gonna get your point. You're just telling us
It was
dates.
Christian's birthday that we had on the show here. Our
Oh,
dear friend
yeah.
Christian.
There's a positive note.
There's a positive one. What was it? Saturday or Sunday?
It was Sunday. It was
Sunday.
actual birthday.
Sunday. So it would have been August 29th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Also, beautiful voice.
And our birthdays are exactly a month apart.
Yeah.
Happy belated.
There we
So,
go. Happy belated at that
Happy
point.
birthday, Lord Farquaad.
Yeah. Come on. He said specifically not to bring up the Farquaad shit.
And he said,
When he was
you know,
on
you
the
make
episode.
fun of him on his birthday.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yes.
I wrote on his card. His birthday card said, like, you short-statured Muppet or something like that.
The picture of him passed out of the fire with a bib on.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but
Don't worry.
We're too quick on site.
Whenever he gets a little out of hand, we'll just remind him that he shit himself in a public place.
oh my god, why do we keep going back to that? I'm gonna make a no poop talk rule on this show.
That's
going
not going
forward.
to stick. You know that. That'll be running out of every
Was
hole.
that a pun or the first one you said that's not gonna stick? So I thought it was
Well,
a
poop
pun.
sticks. Ask Steve-O.
It stuck really well to his face.
Yeah.
Literally
That's what I'm saying.
It was like a nice fucking slap across the.
Anyway, that concludes my news.
All right,
That's it.
fuck.
And that was the news.
Oh, there goes the book. Yeah. Now we're just in awkward silence
And
until
then
someone
I
has a
said,
story to talk
That's
about.
not a camel. That's my wife.
What is that even from?
I don't know. I saw it on TikTok.
This old timey jokes.
Old timing jokes?
Your turn, dad joke.
Dad joke? Alright. What are we on here?
What did they say about the man with 5 penises? I don't know. His penis fit like a glove.
You've told me that one like 17 times.
I like that.
Who's not?
I like it.
Who's nodded?
Alright, cue the laugh track for that one, please.
Alright, I'll add in the laugh track.
Jazzy
I'm
snaps.
not going to add in the laugh track. I'll forget to do that.
The spoken word poetry applause.
Alright, this is really bad. What do you call a classy fish? Sophisticated.
Terrible.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Oh my god.
What's with you and the advanced spelling degree jokes going on here?
I don't know, I'm intimidated.
Educated?
Should we do a dead baby joke?
English? That's
No, those are outdated.
Those are outdated, no dead baby jokes.
I don't know, it depends, because like I'm a big fan of Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's worse than 7 dead babies nailed to a tree?
You see, I know the jokes though.
1 dead baby nailed to 7 trees.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have to admit those ones.
Yeah!
Yeah, huge birthday party.
First Anne Frank and now dead babies.
And
Yeah,
that
you're
was-
on a roll for good.
And there was much rejoicing. Oh my god.
That was good. I'm not gonna, this room is not as bad as you guys described it.
It's nice. It's a nice little room.
Well,
It's-
everyone that's been in here is like, it's dumb. And then,
Yeah.
like,
Well, okay, in fairness, there's usually a whole band thing set up over
Once-
there, and like
once-
there's mess. Like it's really clean right now.
Once
This is the
the,
cleanest it's ever been.
once the shit and mold was quite literally the shit and mold
oh,
taken out of the carpet and the moldy ceiling tiles were replaced.
well,
It's
thank
nice.
you for inviting me after all that.
Yeah, well, we've invited you on for like almost a year
I
now,
know.
but
Well, originally, this podcast was our idea. And then
yeah, Mike
just
straightened
pitched
this
it
up.
randomly one day at the bar, and he's like, I mean, we were gonna do it anyway, so yeah, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be you and I, and then it was supposed to be Kirsch and I, and then it was supposed to be like me doing something, but I just didn't have like the capacity to create enough content for people to listen to and not get bored.
You need to harness your verbal diarrhea.
Yeah, I'm really good at that.
Nah.
I can never run out of shit to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Like,
I know you guys were talking about like getting girls in the last episode, and that's pretty much half the battle.
yeah.
Just verbal diarrhea.
Shoot your shot. That's
Yeah,
it.
shoot your shot.
If I was doing like my own podcast, it'd probably just be cleaner, but I could talk a lot. It just depends on the topics.
You would be the
Star Wars.
You'd be
podcast.
like
Yeah, probably.
it'd be like having a diamond and then cardboard next to it. That's a weird, like, clean podcast.
I don't understand the reference.
You'd be the cardboard.
You losing your entire
Yeah,
audience
yeah.
here.
If I gave you a choice of a wad of cardboard and a diamond, which one would you pick?
Diamond, I
You get
guess.
my point yet?
I'm
Okay.
You've lost your entire
Never
audience.
mind. Nobody wants a clean podcast. Everyone wants fucking chaos.
So they want
yeah,
cardboard?
mine would be all bipolar test.
Yeah, there you go.
You
See?
saying I'd be like cardboard
Jesus
or the
Christ.
diamond?
And tiny penis.
Yeah, there's
When-
a lot of moths in
When
here.
I'm not looking, and then all of a sudden something's walking on my hand.
Yeah, we got a moth homie just trying to get into that light for some reason.
Let
What
him
is
in.
with moths and light?
Let him in. Remember
So
the
in high school we
Oh, no.
we had the computer teacher. And
Okay.
he was on something
Yeah, he
at
was.
some point.
Definitely was.
And then like I remember everyone like obviously you're in a computer class and he'd be trying to do the intro to the class and every kid just turns on the computer and no one paying attention
Yeah,
to
they're
it.
all playing Halo Trial.
Yeah.
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 the one kid that brought it in on a stick that loaded it on every computer in the entire
That
school.
went quick.
Yep.
And then I was late for
Okay.
late for class. Like I showed up like as he was doing the intro and like no one's paying attention. He just looks at me and goes like, kids are like moths. As soon as the screen turned on, they're like a moth to a light bulb. I found myself staring at a light bulb too once, but I was in a different state of mind. and I'm like 16, like
Wait, is this the same teacher that once
Yes.
had the iguana in
Yeah,
the
Yes.
ceiling?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
In
I'm
the
seeing-
ceiling. Oh my god, I
It
forgot
would
about
crawl
that.
around on the rafters,
Yeah,
and they told him to get rid of it because it was shitting on people.
Yeah, I was in one class. The same class, either way. He said that to me, and I was like 16, like, okay, sir. And then just like, I was just probably also 7. like, this is like, I don't know.
I stumbled across a TikTok the other day, backpacking off of your story. Did you have more?
Oh,
Yes.
I was just in computer class
Oh.
typing, and the iguana fell off the rafters and landed on a girl's keyboard. Like, she's typing, this full-size iguana just, boom, keyboard
That's a
blows.
high roof
It's
too.
like, yeah, it's like a tech classroom roof. It's like, over like 40, 50 feet up.
Oh my god!
He'd leave that thing like in his car during the day because it wanted to be in there. Like,
They
it's like
drive
the
to
heat.
Florida and release it into the wild and get a new one. Rinse and repeat over and over.
Literally,
That's what he did.
actually,
That's what he did.
that's
that's
amazing.
pretty fucked up.
It's probably
Very illegal, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how did they not find at the border? Like, the dog sniffing the car, and this hippie comes out and is like,
I mean,
first EV.
there's a
fucking,
dude in town here that goes through McDonald's and Tim Hortons drive-thrus with his ferrets just chilling in his lap.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, but anyway, backpack. Oh shit! What was I going to talk about?
Backing up my story TikTok.
Oh yeah, I saw a TikTok, and it was a dude just sitting there, and it was a clip of like a guy going, "Has anybody ever seen these little baggies before?" And it's like the tiny little dime bags,
Okay.
and it just cuts to a guy going, "No."
It's like everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
My mom even said that. She's like, "I have those. We give them to the kids when they lose teeth at school." And I'm like, "No, mom, it's not for that."
Yeah.
She goes, "What is it for?" I go, "It's you buy pot in those,
It's like you pay a dime and get a dime
Dime
bag.
Yeah.
not a dime. You get a $10."
Well, now, probably once upon a time when the dollar value was really shit.
I would think so.
No, I'm not talking about our lifetime.
No.
I'm
Well, not
way
everyone
before.
else in our parents' lifetime, they just won't cash because we need garbage.
That's insane.
Fair enough, simple. That's it.
Yeah. Easy.
No,
Yeah.
no curing process.
Well, it's like Louis C.K. goes, like, they're working on this shit like it's the cure for cancer.
So
Taking
you
these...
allowed back on like
Listen to your
mainstream media
Shazam.
I don't know. I didn't hear what you said. Shut up.
yet? I said, does Louis C.K. allowed like back on mainstream media yet? I don't think so.
I don't know.
After his like semi-canceling. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
The
that.
fear
Oh,
of
he,
the kink of being caught.
Yeah, no, well, he invited her to go back to the room and then just like started jerking off and wanted her to watch.
Oh,
And then like there's like a whole Me Too thing about it, but it's like he never really locked the door and told her like she had to stay or something like that.
So
was just
he's
doing it.
so he's getting kink shamed.
I guess so, but like if she was already coming back to his room at like 3 in the morning, then it just got weird.
So he's getting kink shamed.
Yeah, I don't have sides in the story, so I don't know.
There's a lot of stuff.
I mean, obviously, I don't know what the fuck the story is. This is the first time.
It's pretty
I'm
much
hearing
you just
about
like jerk
Oh,
off
no,
in
you
front
know
of
what? I've
somebody,
heard this
and everyone's
before.
like, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've heard this before. I'm lying.
Same as Crystalia, though. Crystalia got some.
well, he was like
hot
texting
water.
underage and stuff.
Crystalia?
Yeah.
Well, the main thing that got him caught is he tried to convince a bunch of girls that he would give them VIP tickets if they sucked his friend's dick.
Oh,
That's a little fucked up.
and then there's some underage something going on.
Was there underage shit
Yeah,
going on?
so.
I don't doubt it. He looks like he hasn't showered in his entire life.
I know. He also in the episode of Workaholics season, he played a pedophile.
Oh god.
Wow,
He
that's
played-
the irony of
Well,
it.
it's like they did like the episode they do like To Catch a Predator on like, the Justin Bieber website,
Oh
and
no.
like he shows up, but he's like the coolest dude in the world. So they don't want to turn him into the cops because he's like the coolest person ever. So they're trying to turn him on to like it's pretty dark comedy, but they're trying to turn him on to like 18-year-old gymnast girls and
Oh
stuff
my
to like
God.
convert him from like little boys. And, like, it's the most messed up concept of a video, but his name's like Sam Topher. Coolest pedophile in the world, apparently. Like they were just trying to like make him into like a normal person, and like just it didn't work.
He plays the part well though. He looks nasty.
Yeah,
He does. He looks like a greasy.
I don't think I've
fuck.
ever even seen an episode of Workaholics in my life.
It's funny.
I would recommend it. It's funny.
I think I've seen like clips of it because it's that guy with the big hair, right? That's
Yeah,
one of the characters.
I used to almost have. I almost bought the bear coat from the
Bear
show.
coat?
Yeah, there's like a house coat. It's got like a full bear's head and then like
Okay.
claws on the sleeves. But I chose the Chewbacca house coat over that.
Instead,
Chewbacca's better.
I used to have also from the show. They have a shirt that says like "Free Carl," who's their drug dealer. And in the show, they thought someone was breaking into their drug dealer's house, but it was him because he locked himself out and they put their own drug dealer in jail.
Yeah.
So they made like a whole Free Carl,
Free Carl.
Free Carl like t-shirt.
is it on any streaming services now?
I think it's on Comedy Network most of the time. So
Yeah,
wherever
yeah.
that is probably streaming that.
Okay,
Probably Crave.
Yeah, probably say yeah.
okay. I might be able to watch it. The girlfriend
Yeah.
song.
For-
I just
don't know if it
restarted.
is well.
I honestly, I do want to get Crave.
I get it.
I just restarted It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and funny enough, the first few episodes of that show are very relevant today. Like the first episode, they meet this gay black guy, and they're like really afraid to use any like black terminology around him. Like at one point, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll bring my sister by," and they're like, "Do you mean your sister or your sister?" And they're like, "Yo, you can't say that, dog."
It's so awkward. I can't watch shows like that.
Oh, it's so
That's like
awkward.
The Office.
Oh, cringe! My stomach turns. Like that whole wedding episode where Michael's trying to give like the speech and everything.
Oh my god.
Oh, you don't like that?
Dude, my stomach turns. I'm like, shut up.
That's
like,
the whole point of it. Though. I know you're sitting there going,
but I'm watching it. and Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
it's like everything that you would never want to say in public is just put there.
I can't watch shows like that.
when was it? It was spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't watched The Office or if you're in the middle of watching it. When it's Phyllis's wedding, and her dad's in the wheelchair, and he stands up and walks, and he just drags the wheelchair noisily down the aisle behind him, smashing it into fucking shit.
No, I
Because
haven't
he's
seen
pissed
that
that he wasn't the center of attention.
Also, while we're on the topic of The Office, girls on dating like apps. Stop saying let's go on adventures and watch The Office.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I do remember seeing
It
that.
is like at this point, as like a 27-year-old man looking at girls my age. It's like,
I remember the big one.
We're not looking for a movie date. We're looking for a wifey.
I remember when I used to have like Tinder and shit. The big ones there was putting your is it astrology or astrology?
Putting your sign,
Oh,
Putting your
The
sign.
Office, and tacos.
No, for the, when I was doing it was putting your astrology sign and then saying that I love really long romantic walks to the fridge. Those are the two
yeah,
big
those were
ones.
huge
And like anytime I saw a girl with that, I was like, "You are not interesting."
no, yeah, the
Flat
whole
out.
like let's go on an adventure thing. Like I like literally like I'm not even like looking for just tell me about you.
Yeah.
Like, actually tell me about it.
Like,
Let's go on an adventure. Like, even for
Are
me,
we
it's like,
fucking? Are we hiking? Are we doing a 9-hour road trip in the car? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What adventure?
do you like cars,
or are we just
music,
going downtown to
movies?
the bar and
I would match with
that's
them on
our
purpose and be
adventure.
like, "You like adventures?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "You want to come help me bury a dead body?"
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I mean, I gave you hold of my Tinder the one time. This was like 3-4 years ago. This is like time ago, and I gave him control of my Tinder one drunken night at the bar. And I go, "You can set my bio to whatever you want." And he hands it back to me, and my bio says, "Birds die when they fuck." And I was like, "Okay, I don't get it, but that's fine." He goes, "No, like when the first girl messages you and says, 'No, they don't,' reply with, 'Well, the one I fucked did.'"
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
That is bad.
And
I literally
it
heard
got-
that joke that day.
It got me unmatched a lot.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but it was funny. I had a good chuckle.
I also, just putting it out there, still am, like, banned off Tinder when you let me do this. But that was another drunken night now that somebody else took control of my phone. And until I get a new phone number, and I love that.
Oh, is that how it works? To save your phone number?
Yeah, so even if I do like social media accounts, anything that's registered through my phone.
Will not work.
And I don't even know what was said. I just woke up to like, you have a new match, and opened it, and it's just a gray screen with a big triangle with like, you look big. And then I tried to appeal it, and I'm like, someone got into my phone, and like, you're responsible for it.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah, too bad.
Too bad. So sad. Go on Bumble.
Yeah.
Bumble sucks.
I didn't like Bumble when I used it too, because you get the thing with Bumble is, first of all, as you guys know better than me, the girls have to match you or like message you.
First.
And then the other thing is too, so many people lie about their ages, right? So I literally had messages come in from like legitimately underage girls, and I was like, you realize this is like, I literally replied back to one girl once because like I didn't see her bio, I would just like swipe right on everyone, as like I guess a typical guy would do at that time in his life.
Yeah.
And I never read bios, so it said like 18 or 19, like the legal age, and I was like 20, 22 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I got a match. It was like, hey, I saw the bio, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay out of jail. And that's why I replied, and I just deleted her.
Dude, I got
It was like a 16-year-old.
a cringy ass story actually relating to that. So this is back when the first time I had Tinder. I was like maybe 20 or 21. Like it was like years ago. And I matched with this girl, and we're talking, whatever. And she's like, she's really cool. She goes, "Hey, you're actually like really cool. Like my friend wants to add you on Snapchat too, if that's okay." And I'm like, as a 20-year-old, I'm going, "Okay, yeah, it's sick, yeah." You're
Oh,
telling
it was
her to
just
add
like
me.
a pass along the torch kind of thing?
No, not even a pass along the torch. They were both messaging me for a while. And then the main girl that I had originally matched with, I'm talking to her, and I'm going like, "So like, where do you go to school? Like, what are you studying?" Because I'm thinking like her bio said she was 21.
Right.
And I think I was also 21 at the time, so I'm going like, "College, sick, all right." I'm like, "What are you studying? Like, where do you go to school?" And she goes, "Oh, like I'm actually still in high school." And I was like, "You're what now?" She goes, "Yeah, we're both 17."
Delete the fuck out of
I must have blocked them both and unmatched them on Tinder within a matter of like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the fastest I've ever navigated through my phone in my entire life.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Now you think about it, it's like, wow, that actually like
Yeah, creepy.
almost happened.
Yeah, almost.
Oh yeah, it's like one mistake. When you
Like-
claim you don't know, and then it's,
Yeah, no, I
that's
was
not an excuse.
out of there in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. I was like, I had one friend that actually unrelated, like sleep with a girl, but like got to that like point, and he met her at the bar, and then like her family had found out that like, she was underage and tried to go after Buddy for it, but because it was a carded at the door event,
Yeah,
like
he found out there.
Yeah, he found out there, so she was already like illegally like in the place with a fake card. So like he got like let off. He didn't like nothing actually happened, but like, it was like someone said something to somebody.
Yeah, that's
like,
fucked.
down the paper trail. He's like, "Well, I met her at a acting club."
Yeah,
I'm like, that's what kind of like
yeah.
dismissed the whole thing. I'm like, obviously he got lucky.
That's actually not
anything.
That's actually not a bad idea. Like, pro tip for any of you guys, like,
Meet them at a bar.
yeah,
That's like a
'cause
standard
you-
thing.
Well, no, I didn't know that. No, it's a standard thing to do. I didn't realize it's a standard thing to avoid the IDing process. Like, I never thought about that before. But, like, now that, like, I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, because anyone that we're going for is going to be above the age of drinking.
Yeah, anyone
Always try, especially when you're meeting a stranger, always do it at a bar. For one, there's going to be a shit ton of people there, and two, you're going to know if they're underage or not.
Fair. Yeah, I never
Yeah,
thought
how
about the underage thing.
How did the world go from us being kids to like, don't talk to strangers on the internet, and then nowadays it's like, strangers on the internet, go
Well,
get in their car,
Well, it's the,
hang out and have fun.
it's like the irony of parents being like, "Don't get in a stranger's car, take an Uber." It's like that's a stranger's car.
Everything like
Yeah, I
completely
know.
flip-flopped.
It's completely
This
backwards.
is normal. Now we're accepting
Back
food from
asswards?
strangers that are delivering us food from each
Yeah, it's like
No, it's totally safe. They didn't do anything. It's got the sticker on it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell that I'm a single dude living by myself, ordering food online,
Yeah.
and now they know where I live.
Dude, I got straight up called out on by McDonald's a couple weeks ago.
No way.
I rolled by and got like 3 burgers and nuggets, and I rolled up to the window and they're like, "That's a lot of food for just one person." I'm like, "Oh no, I got a wife and kid at home." Straight up, did not want to admit that I was just gonna go sit there in my pajamas and eat it all in bed.
I saw a meme that said something similar. It's like I was so offended today when I got to McDonald's drive-thru. They asked if I wanted a second fork and knife or whatever, and it was like, "Do you think I really want to share my like 6 Big Macs or whatever?"
Well, I remember the one day at work you came in and you were a little upset because you rolled up to the McDonald's drive-thru and you said one thing and the woman recited your order back to you before you even like ordered it.
So, fairness, that was a bad time for me going to McDonald's. I had to cut back, but also that was someone we knew.
Okay, was it? I didn't know that part. I just said you came in so
It was. I'm not going to say the name, but you know who I'd be talking about. She's a couple years younger than us.
Yeah.
Double with milk, McDouble, no pickles,
You don't have to recite it. But anyways, the point is, who the person it was knew who I was, but I didn't realize that like they knew who I was.
Okay.
So like that's what really threw me off because I was like, I don't even remember your name, but you remember my order.
Well,
Like that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
On its own.
I've had that at the local tents where someone knew my name and I didn't know.
I remember that.
That's a different story. We'll save
That's a
that.
story for another time.
We'll save that for a bonfire.
Yeah, save that for the bonfire. If you know, you know.
Big ups to you if you listen.
Yeah.
It was
Hey.
you remember her now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know, it's always with you that like that kind of stuff always happens. Like anytime there's a girl involved and it's like a weird scenario or something I don't want to deal with, he's usually the one like picking me up or helping me out with the scenario. It's always him.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even start off the night with him sometimes, and then
Right.
I goes like,
My
you can pick me up, I don't know where I am.
I got clubbing for Halloween. I got a call at 7 in the morning. I had slept for 2 hours. Mike, yeah? Are you still in town? Yeah. I need you to pick me up, like, right now. I just texted you the address. Are you good? Pick me up right now. And then just hang up the phone. I show up. His costume is ripped to shreds. Broken shit everywhere. He's holding his shoes. He's just barefoot walking down the driveway. Gets in my car, says nothing except, "You have Gatorade."
I do know the story very well.
Yeah.
I've been told that story probably
That was
like 10
that's
times.
probably like my one true walk of shame. I don't know if I've had like,
Yeah. It was,
like any other like
he looked like a hurt unit.
yeah.
I dropped him off at his hotel. He's like, "I'm gonna go take a shit now," and just got out of my car and left. And that's the last I
I
saw
don't
from
even think
him.
I don't even no. I went back there like the person I was staying with, the couple, like
Yeah.
got in an argument, went home. So there's the empty room. Like my stuff's in there. I have a key at the front desk. There's like a kids hockey tournament in the lobby. And
Oh
I'm,
my god!
just like walking in looking homeless, and like there was like, "You have a name for like the like she like
Didn't
she
believe
just-
you?
Yeah, didn't believe that I was actually saying.
Oh my god, that was hilarious though. That was a good day.
Yeah,
That was a good day.
I believe it. I've heard the stories.
It's back in our reckless times.
The hooligan days.
little less reckless times.
The hooligan days.
Hooligan days, yeah.
Keeping it not so classy.
I don't know if that. Yeah, keep it classy. What's that?
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, this actually might be the least classy episode of this show today.
keeping up with Matt the basement saver.
Yeah.
Not the basement saver. I feel like there's problems with that
Considering I want to
story.
be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't say that.
Put it in there. Get the resume.
Let's go. Well, it's not open yet. It won't let me. It says check back fall 2021.
There you go. Get it in there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Being a firefighter.
Oh, never mind.
It's my dream since I was a little kid.
Alright.
I was a firefighter 3 years in a row for Halloween.
And then you're on the security guard.
And I was trying to go for police, and it turns out I'm not a minority, so I can't get a job. What happens? That's what it is.
So you just work security at a Honda plant for the rest of your life.
Yeah, well, fucking hope not.
Do it.
It'd be
Shoot me in the face if I
like,
do.
be like a night shift cashier.
What's
Speed-
Mike been up to these days? We haven't seen him in a long time. Oh, I think he still works at Sobeys.
Just be a bartender.
Be a bartender.
I
You'd be a
could.
great bartender.
I would be. And I'd probably rack in tips like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just talk and talk and talk all the fucking time.
That'd be dope. I'd go
It's
work
all
for bars.
cash money.
Well, probably not anymore.
Other than that, or truck
They're
No,
driver.
big.
so it's, yeah, I guess they split it up. 'Cause
Oh,
all the
Well, I
cash-
mean, like physical cat. It's not physical.
I like
I
I like
think they cash
driving.
out digital, like, that's what the digital tips and cash.
I like driving, so I might consider the trucking too.
Ooh, that'd be sweet.
I got lots of whatever. I don't know what I know.
Yeah, you're just full of useless skills.
I don't know. I'm not useless. I can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah?
It's the beauty about being a battalion. Something's broken. I'm not going to fix it properly, but I'll get it working.
Sure.
It's true. It's true. On stream the other night, we had one of my viewers was sitting there going, "I'm trying to unclog my sink. The baking soda and vinegar is not working." I said, "Why don't you pull it the toilet plunger?"
Yeah.
And then they ended up messaging me like 10 minutes later, going, "Toilet plunger work."
Is that not common?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Everyone just
Well,
goes
what-
for the makeshift
I
drink.
think everyone just forgets that like we're rednecks and we just know these useless tips that help everyone.
Jack of all trades,
Oh,
master of none.
Yeah.
What's the full phrase? That's not the full
It's
phrase.
jack of all trades, master of none, but something about being more useful with more or something.
Just like things that I've learned on Grand Tour. You're going high altitude, you're going to be low on oxygen, take a Viagra. No, for real. For real. It does help you. It really does help you.
Please explain.
It opens up your blood vessels so that your oxygen flows more freely.
Oh.
That's what they did, because they were trying to climb a volcano, and they were all like having a really hard time
But better,
breathing.
it's like but better than a master of one or something like
There
that.
we go. Jack of all trades and master of none, though oftentimes better than a master of one.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, no, for real, they did. The medic team actually advised them to take Viagra because it'll help you breathe at high altitude.
Just picture them like high-fiving at the end of the race.
It's like
It's just like
what is it? Is it Book of Love? Where they all get the pills and they're doing like the Dick Olympics.
Oh, no.
And he's holding a bucket of beer, like a sand pail, like a.
Is that the one with Zac Efron? And
Zac Efron was not in
no,
American
what's
Pie.
that? No, was that
Oh, it was-
Valentine's Day?
It was one of the.
It was like Valentine's Day or one of those like where everyone's got their own storyline things or
Oh yeah,
something like that.
The
And
one
they're
with
going,
Taylor Swift and shit. In
yeah, they're going.
No,
like
it's American Pie.
No, I know what you're talking about. We're talking about a different movie.
yeah, no. The three
Oh.
guys are going to the bars and you guys want to take a little ecstasy, and they're like, okay, and they take the pill. He goes, jokes on you. That was Viagra. You have 30 minutes to get a girl home. And then they're all calling each other from like their apartments later, and they're all Supermaning over the toilet. That's the only way they can take a piss.
Oh, okay.
They're all like in
No.
plank position, like, yo, this really works. This is great. This is
I'm talking-
more comfortable than normal.
I'm talking about like the penis Olympics in American Pie, where they're doing the thing where it's like they all stand there with like their hard-ons with like a sand bucket, like a child's like sand bucket, and they're pouring beer into it to see how much it can hold up,
Oh
and
damn!
That would
then
suck.
they do a naked mile with it too.
Kicking it old school when they tied the
Oh, it was literally no, it was
On a
literally
rope to their
naked
nuts.
mile. It was
Yeah.
naked mile.
Naked Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but-
Yeah, just like kicking it old school when they tied the cinder blocks with a rope to their nutsack, and they have to throw them off the building and do the truss thing, and then the one kid it goes into a manhole.
yeah.
I do remember that now. Yeah.
I kind of miss the early 2000s when every movie had like just the regular movie, and then everything after that was just bought by National Lampoon, so it was just the same
A
movie
disaster.
with boobs in it.
Yeah.
Wait, was that what that one was?
Well, that was
Old
like
School?
every American Pie. No, Old School had like a National Lampoon spin-off, but like everything after, like, it was just every comedy in the early 2000s.
So I didn't probably watch all those.
But it's just like had a National Lampoon's set, like sponsored version. Which
Oh,
was
okay.
just cheap
Worse.
jokes and boobs.
Okay.
It was just like how every movie had a video game, also early 2000s.
Yep.
Okay.
Places like,
Simpsons hit and run.
yeah, well, no, just like it'd be like Shrek 2, then Shrek 2 the video game, Shark Tale the video game. We had the Italian drop, and the Italian drop the video game.
Right.
And it was like literally
Got it.
everything. They were terrible.
I
They weren't
never
good
played
games.
any of those.
Shrek-
Were they all just
Shrek-
like the mini games on the
SpongeBob the
computer?
movie game was good
Yeah,
for PS2. That was fun.
Were they all just like mini games?
No, they were
No, it
like
was
full
like full
games.
stories, but like they just like pumped them out.
Yeah, it was just like made up shit.
It was pretty much like you're playing Crash Bandicoot, but with Shrek over there.
God.
Sorry, my phone's on.
We're trying to be professionals.
Anyway, we've been
that
we've been
that
at this,
went out
We've been
like
at-
the window 5 minutes into
we
this.
went out. We've been at this for a little while. I think
Almost 2 hours.
almost 2 hours. So what do you think?
You did say 2 hours.
Should we cut it?
I don't know. You're the one that seems eager.
Well, I gotta work it in the morning.
Oh no. No, I don't have to work in the morning. Time do you have to be at work?
8.
That's great.
We'll
Well,
work down the street.
no, we gotta be out of town by 8 tomorrow. Sick.
You gotta be out of town.
I gotta be out of town by 8.
Downtown to do other stuff.
Oh, sick.
Oakville.
Alright, have fun in Oakville.
Any hoot.
Alright.
Let's do a little closing remarks. Why don't you
Alright.
close us out?
Yeah, sure, why not? You fucking shitheel. Thanks for sticking around this long till the end. If you didn't without interrupting, that would be really fucking cool too. No one heard your reference. I'm gonna fucking mute your whole channel for that whole part. I don't. So why you?
Go!
You wanted to close the show and
You
you're
get
still
so
talking
angry.
because you talk over me.
Listen here, Hurley.
I love you both. Anyway, I'm Matt. You can check me out on Twitch at Tubesock, TUUBESOCK. Is my Twitch. Check me out on Instagram and stuff too.
There you go.
And then that's me.
Yeah.
Where can they find the show, Dick? Do your
So, thank you for listening to the fucking show that Mike doesn't want to end, but does want to end it prematurely. Probably is really good at that. Yeah, I thought I'd think about that one. Like a
I'm satisfied
Two-pump
at the end of the day. It doesn't matter.
yeah. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the follow button. Don't forget to set reminders for downloads. I honestly don't even know. I've never done that in my life, but Mike always tells me to say that.
Set up the auto download.
Yeah, I've never done that before. And yeah, thanks for watching the show. I would ask Matt if he wants to plug his socials, but he was
did already.
premature on that. So thanks for plugging your socials. TUUBESOCK on Instagram and elsewhere
Twitch
and Twitch
everywhere else.
and almost everywhere else.
And the YouTubes.
And we got Mike at What's Your Shit?
M.A. D'Alessandro 20. 1L, 2
Sick.
S's. On
Sick
Instagram.
dog. You got
Links
links
to the show, links to my Twitch.
in your link tree or something?
No link tree, just links.
Just one link to everything?
No, just like links
Stacked.
in the bio, stacked up.
It's
In the-
stacked.
But you know that doesn't work, right? You can't click those. That's why you have to get a link tree. But I've been telling you this for like 50 weeks. Or 30.
Control C, Control V.
What episode is this? We never even announced the episode.
Yes, I did. It's episode 36, season 2, episode
Oh,
10. I said
I've been
that at the
telling you this for
beginning.
36 weeks. So mine is Richard Hartnett, all one word, on Instagram. Link tree for all the other shit that you need to know. The show is, what is it, Mike?
V8. No, probably not. It's, yeah, check out Richard's Instagram to watch him go crazy on 6 Buds. Anyway, I love watching
I
it.
don't understand the
Your
reference. Just
comments
continue.
on-
Just
your
continue.
comments
Just
on 6 Buds are
continue.
hilarious.
Just continue.
It's-
Holy fuck. Just continue.
You can find us on Instagram and on YouTube and on Facebook at the Dick Van Mike Show, and then on Twitter at just Dick Van Mike.
Wow.
There you go.
Good job. Now we're out. Now you can shut the fuck up.
Have a great Thursday, everybody.
There's